New Year.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year, everyone! Merry Christmas, everybody! I hope you're all doing well as you come to join us for our Christmas one-shot, A Wight Christmas. W-I-G-H-T. Today we find our amazing cast of players here. We are pre-recording this session, and these folks have met with me prior to Christmas so that we can bring you something on this fun day and sort of celebrate the holidays. Today, I got a couple of just shout outs of thank you so much to our various partners who are supporting Ink and Lyre, and to Daniel and Lauren for helping kind of put this show together and then publish it on Christmas Day or Friday, Christmas Eve. And additionally, I want to give a big shout out to Roll20, the system that we're going to be using this evening. Anybody else want to shout out anybody or anything? Just checking in for that.
My stunt movie is coming out soon.
Hell yeah. All right. Yeah, let's do some plugs. Yeah. Stunt movie. Follow Christian with the awesome Marvel Man style voice. Go check out that Stuntman movie and Stunt Woman movie show or thing that's coming out, right? And where is it coming out, Christian?
It will be on YouTube January 18th.
Okay.
It will launch along with our Kickstarter to raise more money, but
Woo!
We'll get with that, at the beginning of next year. We'll show you the more stuff about it. There's some commercials and things coming out with it, but just be prepared.
Yeah.
Do you want to see Christian do a kickflip? This is your opportunity.
I get hit by a car.
Yeah, even better.
Even better. Deanna, I saw that facial expression. I'm watching you. So let us get into it this evening as we come into the game of A Wight Christmas. The eve of Christmas is a special time of year throughout Lacambria. Blustering winds whip through the city streets, carrying with them whispers of good cheer and merriment. The sounds of laughter and music drift lazily as the snow falling above does. For many, tonight is a night of reflection and stories to be told around campfires. Legends tell of incredible magic at work during the eve of Christmas, with spirits visiting many homes to give gifts and comfort through the cold winter nights. On Christmas Eve, the cold night air seems warmer, generosity abounds in people's hearts, and people change as magic floats upon the air amid the flurries of snow that surge through city streets and through open windows. Yet not all is well this Christmas Eve, as many in Lacambria welcome the coming of Christmas through song and charity. One man has decided not to do that. This man, as cruel and cold as the frigid winter air, scorned the coming holiday, and none were more well known for their callous heart than that of Elias Craven. Rumors abound that the night before Christmas, Elias used his vast fortune to purchase many of the city's holiday decorations so that he did not need to see them as he returned home. Sealing himself away and the Christmas decorations with him into his stately manor, Lord Craven vowed that tomorrow he would see the end of this wretched holiday. Our story begins in Lacambria's largest cemetery, where the tombs of those long dead lay quiet and dormant. In this cemetery stands a towering mausoleum, the name Marley and Marley carved over its sealed stone door. This building is home to a seemingly endless crypt, and it is in this place where those judged wicked and vile by Judge Jeremiah Marley lay dead. A silent night hangs over the cemetery, heralding another year passing. Then sounds of a rusty gate opens and breaks the silence, and three figures glide into the graveyard. One appears as a small child, soft sobs spilling from her as she walks. She wears nothing but a thin nightgown and bears a single burning candle atop her head, the wax dripping down onto her neck and shoulders. The second figure wears a simple deep green robe bordered with matted rabbit fur. Their face appears of that of a child for one moment, then that of an elderly man the next, their visage shifting endlessly. Atop their head is a wreath of holly, glimmering berries falling to the ground where they turn into frost-covered flowers. As they walk, this figure hums a cheery Christmas tune. The final and third figure, if you can call it that, appears as a threadbare sheet blowing in the wind. They move silently beside their fellows, but as the three stop in the center of the graveyard, the faintest scream, both a mixture of merriment and agony, seems to build within the blustering sheet of the third figure. Then this figure emits a terrible howl that rips through the cemetery, and the stone door of the mausoleum cracks, falling from its hinges. At this moment, our characters, our players here, find their eyes opening and their first breath of air coming into their lungs from years and years of time past. As the stone of your sarcophagi and crypts begins to shift out of the way and you each sit up to stretch, I'm going to roll a die to see who we start with. CJ, if you would, what does your character look like as they get up and stretch in the sarcophagus?
Well, I believe that Zenzira was probably embalmed within an inch of her death, so probably not that much different than when she passed. Zenzira is a human, she died as she lived, in expensive clothing and expensive jewelry, with her hair immaculately done and her nails as well. And so she might look a little bit, gray-ish, because time gets to us all. But Zenzira is, well, like dressing a zombie up in designer clothing. Yeah, that's pretty much what she looks like.
I'm getting really big Death Becomes Her vibes. Are you more Meryl Streep? Is that the vibe?
That's actually very flattering, because I think my mind was more on like the woman from Beetlejuice when when they go to the underworld, and the one that in the musical is like, I was hot. Like that's what I'm
Zenzira, as you slowly stretch out of your tomb, you have a flood of memories fill you yet again as life has entered into your body. You remember your final moments. You remember as you were taking your final breath, but that's not the strongest memory that you carry with you. We flash back to about 30 years ago, where we see Zenzira standing in her large warehouse. She can see that you've been designing fashion clothing this entire time. You, in fact, had a rivalry with another designer for a period of time. They constantly were making black and white clothing, and you finally had crushed them into the ground. And your employees were the ones who did it for you. And we find ourselves on Christmas Eve, and you have called all of your employees together to gather into the warehouse, where they stand on bated breath to hear about their Christmas bonus. They all look at you. And you stand ready to give your speech.
Yes. And in this memory, this is formative here. It was a very important moment for the business. And that is how Zenzira opens this. This is an important moment for the business, and you've all played an immense role in getting us to this moment on this Christmas Eve. I want to thank you all for your dedication and your hard work. It has gotten the name, the brand, to where it needs to be, but unfortunately, your hard work has led to less profit than expected. And so, today I would like to announce that we are downsizing the brand, and you have a week to prove to me that you're useful. Half of you will be laid off before New Year. Merry Christmas.
Madam, do we get tomorrow off?
Tomorrow? Oh, Christmas. I won't make you stay late.
And with that,
If you get your work done.
and with that memory, as you say, and if you get your work done, you recall laying off and giving this announcement of laying off 50% of your brand on this day. You recall the many figures who left in tears, some who quit on the spot, many who never returned, but the many more who came back the next day and who worked at the expense of their families and were still let go. You pull yourself from your tomb, stretch your limbs, and begin stepping out of the sarcophagus.
I will say I did rehire one person, and that's because I accidentally let the security guard go. Nobody could get in the building.
As you walk out with those memories, you walk past another figure, Max, as you pull yourself from your tomb. Can you describe yourself briefly?
Sure, yeah. Matthias he has a very deathly aura about him. He is clad in preacher's robes. He's got a holy symbol upon his neck, and he has these skeletal wings attached to his back, as he used to be an Asimar in life. Very hollow black eyes fill his very chiseled and very fine face. Very stern, though.
As Matthias stretches again from the tomb, Matthias, a memory enters your mind. You recall not but about 15 years ago, when you, on Christmas Eve, were communing with your patron. And what do you recall happening in this scene?
Communing with my patron on Christmas Eve. I believe that would be when Matthias was speaking to her and learning some of the darker arts, and he decided throughout the course of that he would make Christmas a little bit less sacrilegious this year. The children were being spoiled every year, and they were getting greedy because of it. So this year they would get coal instead.
You recall as your patron is like, okay, I'll help you out. And you were able to break into every home in a 10-block radius, snatching the gifts from stockings and replacing them with coal to teach these kids a hard lesson.
Serves them right.
You then find, as you remember your passing, that final breath you take, but as this memory is weaker than the one of you snatching coal, you stretch again and stride out of the tomb. As you walk by, you spot Christian. If you would introduce your character and describe them briefly.
Sure. This half-orc form arises and pops his back and his arms, and he looks down at his hands. He is dressed a lot more old-timey than probably most everyone here. He's been dead for quite a while. And when he looks around, he's actually surprised he's in one piece, because he doesn't remember dying that way. He is tall in stature. He is not on the hefty side or the thin side. He has a very normal looking body, but his clothes that he's dressed in are somewhat sleek. His eyes are piercing. And his ghostly aura is a little green.
Okay. You remember that final passing, but before that memory, there's a more powerful one. And bring us into that. What's the thing that stands out to you of that memory?
Sure. It was Christmas night. I was talking to my family, and all of them had already stolen their gifts for this year. And they knew that this was my year to prove that I was truly a part of the family, that this was my big score. We always talk about our big score. And as the giant piece, the last piece of the snowman was being pushed into its face, I knew that carrot would be mine. So I tried to take it.
You remember all of your brothers and sisters telling you, you gotta prove yourself. You gotta prove yourself. This is the greatest heist. You gotta go do this. And you recall the 3-story high snowman that was built. The carrot, colossal in size, the greatest heist that your family would have ever seen. You remember clambering up the snowman, getting to that carrot. You remember using your devices to grab a hold of it. You remember pulling it free. You remember the gasps of the residents of Whoville watching you do this.
Mm-hmm.
And you fall.
Yes, I did.
And you crash. And you remember the screams of everyone crying, Christmas is ruined, as all goes dark for you.
What a time. What a time. And I would have gotten away with it. That one kid.
You step up, check yourself. You are all together, which is what you don't remember last time. And you stride out of the mausoleum. As you walk by, you see Deanna pulling herself out of a crypt.
Yes, so there is coming out of this crypt a sort of small person, a creature, what was at one point a burger, a kind of dwarf, so reaching just a little bit over 4 feet tall, wearing a hat which is pulled down with the ears and it's slightly pointed, and a very luxurious large beard that it's white now. Maybe that's a ghost thing, maybe it was from before they became a ghost. Impossible to tell. Also impossible to tell, looking at the dwarf, what is the gender? It's not always obvious on glance. If you must refer to Yul, then please use they, them, but you would prefer if you don't refer to them at all, honestly. Only other thing of note in terms of what they look like is that they've got very large boots with beneath a kind of, it's like a tennis racket, snowshoes. And they kind of put their nose over their beard falls over the side. Take a look around, a little surprised to be in such an urban space,
You'll remember not only your final breath, but you remember a greater and more powerful memory. 25 years ago, you remember hearing a story about a terrible tragedy that happened in Booville, the neighborhood next to Whoville. You recall hearing of a figure not 1 year ago who had ruined Christmas by attempting to steal a colossal carrot from the 3-story tall snowman. It ended in tragedy and a lot of spilled blood, unfortunately. However, your memory is more powerful as you recall Whoville, not Booville. And at Whoville, you remember seeing the colossal Christmas tree in the center of their town, the huge paper mache star sitting atop it. You see the very well-dried garlands and wreaths hung all about the tree. You can see as Whoville just recently switched to those electric tea candles so that they can be a little bit more conscientious about the environment. You can see all of this. But what does Yule remember? Yule remembers the strike of a match, the flicking of that match, and what was the thought that Yule had in their head?
So this is what all the fucking fuss is about?
As the flames built up around the tree, catching fire to every bit of dried decoration that the Whovilles had. You recall, is it the tree burned? Then you hear the crack, the snap, as the tree falls, crashing into the sides of buildings. As branches spray, they cover other buildings, all thatched roofs with straw, dry as hell. And you can see as the entirety of Whoville burns to the ground as you walk away.
That was not so much my intent, but it's warmer, I suppose.
You remember as you lay, taking your last breath, you recall hearing that all of the Whovilles, with no town left to their name, were forced into tenement apartments owned by landlord Elias Craven. You remember how horrible those conditions apparently sounded like, but you weren't living there. And it all went dark. You are now standing. You can feel a little bit
kind of roll myself out of the sarcophagus.
And as you step away,
Nice suit, fancy boy.
you spot
Nice boots, Yule, or whatever your name is.
No, I'm glad you hear of me. I have no idea who you are. And I keep on trucking.
as you two go back and forth. Zach, you can hear these two talking back and forth as you pull yourself out of the sarcophagus. Describe yourself briefly.
You see a guy that kind of like comes up. He's gives a good stretch because he's been dead for a little while. He has a big coat that's kind of like really raggedy. It might have been nice once, but long before Jack got it. And maybe it might have fit once too, but long after, or it fits before his flesh kind of like desecrated and started like turning to sludge, and you get that nice strong fishy scent because Jack Frosty is a water ganassi. It's just all the kind of like rotting fish odor that just like comes from him, that he can't keep himself fresh anymore, not without his ability to control water no more. Sad day indeed.
Jack, you have one strong memory that hangs with you, stronger than your final breath. As you recall, striding through the streets of your hometown, Lacambria. This is your place, Jack. You know this place. You've loved this place. And what was that sound? And you keep walking. Man, I love all that coffee shop over there. And God, that sound is really annoying as you hear, "We wish you a Merry Christmas."
Oh my God. Can I just fucking stop, please?
As you hear that and you think about if that could stop, you see a group of carolers. They're standing on one of the bridges of Lacambria, singing down to the masses below. And as you walk past them, what happens, Jack?
Just nobody will notice. Nobody will notice if I just, the snow everywhere. Just turn that into like a little bit of a black ice on the ground. Maybe as they're marching along, maybe they slip a little bit. Maybe that'll shut them up once and for all.
You cast your magic as you hear them, "We wish you a Merry Christmas, and now the dance line!" And you watch as all the carolers try to gather arms and begin to do the can-can and slip and fall right off of the bridge. And you hear screams below as the entirety of the crowd from below sees these carolers plummet down. And somebody says, "Oh my God, Christmas is ruined!" And Jack, you remember that.
I remember that, but now the carolers stop, and now everybody's screaming. Jesus Christ, I always want some peace and quiet. And now I wake up now, and people are arguing again? Come on, guys, keep it down.
Jack, you call that out to them as you walk out with them.
Take a shower. Even in death, you smell fishy.
If you don't want to be around people, why the fuck you live in the city? Go to the woods where everything is more comfortable.
I mean, the wood. Yeah, but then you don't get the comforts of home, the nice river running through the city, the babbling on stones. That's so nice, right?
You don't think that there are rivers in the woods? What the fuck kind of education they give you?
Yeah, there's animals who shit in the river. No fucking thank you.
What is all this profanity I hear?
As you all arrive and begin to bicker a little bit in this moment, there is one last figure who pulls themselves out of their tomb. Tessa, describe yourself, please.
A large 9-foot-tall furbolg. What's left of them, at least, now mostly matted ice and decrepit flesh, kind of pulls themselves out of a beaming smile, for after all, it is Christmas, and Christmas is nothing but a time for revelry. As they pull themselves up, singing at the top of their, is half lung. Emerging, they have but one wish: to enjoy yet another great season.
You recall, and remind me what your name is?
Carolina,
thank you. Carolina, you recall not but 5 Christmas Eves ago, 5 years ago, when you stood in your own private room within the city of Lacambria. You were visiting. You heard that it was a good party city. You knew that there was going to be good events on Christmas Day. And while you sat there, you finished the final bit of chalk as your demonic sigil is drawn within your room upon the wooden floor, and out, one hand, 2 hands, and a pair of horns. And you watch as the Krampus himself rises out of the floor and says, "Are you ready to go to SantaCon this year?"
of course I am. Who wouldn't be?
Excellent. Make sure you spike all of the punch bowls with this. And you watch as Krampus hands you a little vial.
With joy, I take the vial and make sure everyone has a joyous revelry this year.
5 years ago was the time where they learned that the SantaCon, every punch bowl was spiked with a laxative, and the streets ran brown with the shit of hundreds and thousands of Santas. It ruined Christmas for generations to come as children watched Santas pooping in the streets. And yet, Carolina danced free. And with that, you rise and you step out of the mausoleum, joining the rest. As you all rise and get out, you find yourself standing now in the wintry cold of Christmas Eve.
Did you all get makeup put on you when you were buried? What is up with these fancy ones? And they'll gesture to oh my God, what are Christian's and CJ's characters' names?
Zenzura.
Zanzira and what is
Scrooge
McGrinch.
Oh, Scrooge, sorry.
Scrooge McGrinch. Thank you.
Yes.
What is going on here exactly?
Who
Hold on, what
are
is-
you and what is this?
Oh, you're dead. Is that the question? We're definitely fucking dead. I don't know what we're doing walking around. I was mostly just asking why you go to meet your maker dressed up like you're in a Macy's catalog.
Because I know how to dress myself in life and in death.
I want to meet my
I
maker.
for weather. Yeah, you don't have.
Dressed like I'm from a Macy's catalog because I owned the Macy's catalog.
He died at work then. What a miserable way to die. Are you actually going to a party, a drink?
I don't know if the drinking increased so much, but we can look, I suppose.
I mean, I'm down to get sloshed. Let's fucking go.
It's Christmas.
I think
It's Christmas.
I'm gonna go home because now we're alive all of a
As
sudden.
you are all standing there,
Use a prosecco.
as you say that, you all are taking in the fact that you all look like terrible, other than obviously Zinzira, who looks fantastic.
Thank you.
In fact, you have your makeup on, but Zinzira's got the outfit as well. And you can see standing before you, you hear, and standing before you are 3 women, each distinct in demeanor and clothes that they wear, or at least 3 figures. As you approach, you can see as they speak to you, their song that they were all humming quietly together, ending. We are the holiday spirits. Their voices speak together, echoing off of nearby tombstones. On this Christmas Eve, you've been called to service. Complete your task, and we offer you redemption and a possible second chance at life.
A chance to come back. I'm listening.
Okay. I do have some things I wanted to do that I didn't get a chance to.
The Christmas
Which one is the Christmas Baileys?
spirits. You're not the eternal lady. She should be the only one with control over death.
We control your fates. Your deaths were in your hands, and you were found judged by Marley and Marley.
Where is this Marley and Marley?
One still lives, the other a ghost, waiting to judge those who failed the first trial. But not important, and we are not here to answer your meaningless questions.
Heresy.
One chance this evening to redeem yourselves, or else you will find yourselves in eternal damnation, chained to oblivion. There is a foe that stands against us, the spirits, and against all of Christmas. Elias Craven has become a threat, swearing himself to dark powers of greed and ice. We need you to enter into his home, to break the seal he has placed upon it that prevents us from stepping foot inside. And we need you to help defeat the corrupted Christmas artifacts that he has created. Do these tasks. Break his seal and let us enter, and we will give you a chance to be redeemed.
Okay.
A little bit of breaking and entering, light burglary.
Yeah, so what happens if we fail?
And it's our last dance.
Your success is partially determined on your will to survive. Again, we do not control life or death, and should you die again here, it is only your willpower that can keep you.
Look,
fail.
reverends, they say they don't control life or death. That's for your big girl in the sky. No heresy here.
I have an important question. If we succeed and we get another chance at life, it's not like this sort of half-ass death, like this thing, and she motions to everyone and kind of makes a face. And we get to be back in the flesh, right? Like, alive.
Yeah.
Excuse me, what is your name?
Zanzira.
Zinzira.
I'm surprised you haven't heard of me. You might be from a different time. What about you?
My name is Scrooge McGrinch from the McGrinch family. I'm surprised you haven't heard of me.
Do you prefer Mr. McGrinch?
Well, I do. Thank you for asking. What do you
They
prefer?
make songs about
Yeah.
it.
If I'm not mistaken, then the Grinch line now goes by Craven through a series of interesting intermarriages. Is it right?
I have no idea. All I know is I came from a family that might share some of the same ideals that yours did. We just were less public about it, Mrs. Zira.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps then we have an understanding. So you say it's just a little bit of light breaking and entering in order to get our bodies back? I mean, that seems reasonable.
I am very good at breaking.
You must break the seals that bind the house and protect it, not just break and enter. But enough! We are the holiday spirits, and we only can do this in about 3 hours, based upon the narratives given to us. So snap, snap! And you see as one of them snaps their fingers, and you all are teleported. You now stand before the towering home of Elias Craven. A wicked iron crow's head, its mouth open in the middle of a cry, stands watch above an iron-wrought gate. Beyond this gate, you can see piles of snow and broken snowmen scattered about the manor grounds. And you can see a stone pathway leading up to the manor doors itself. The manor stands dark and foreboding, no light emitting from the blackened windows. East of the front gates, you see the stable house. And there's a glow of light spilling from underneath a heavy wooden door. And to the west, you can see that their wall that surrounds the estate sort of swings in and connects to the manor itself. And you can see creeping vines wrapping up the wall to the side of the manor here, stopping short of a window about 50 feet above in the manor. You all find yourself standing here, the holiday spirits gone. And each of you feel a little weight in your pocket.
Well, what is this?
Each of you, as you pull it out, you see a small silver bell.
Cool. Ding, 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 ding.
As you ding, 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 Scrooge, yours, you hear it ding, 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 and then it begins to echo and reverberate for a moment. You see it shine with power and then vanish from your hand.
I win. I guess I'm alive now. That's all it took, right?
Hey, it looks like you lost your treasure.
I think you might have wasted it, friend.
Who needs it anyway? I'm good at breaking and entering. I don't need a handicap. All right, so,
I could throw you over the wall if you'd like.
well, we're ghosts, aren't we? Can't we just... he tries to put his hand through...
Good idea.
You do hit you're corporeal. Your hand punches the fence. Yeah, as you touch it. You think you all are whites. You think you all are resurrected corporeal kind of creatures. As you stand here. And you're kind of doing some science experiments determining that.
Interesting.
Who wants to be thrown?
If, yeah, I'm going to take a little squat and scoop up some snow, and I'm going to pelt the crow in the head with it. See if it does anything.
Awesome. Yeah. You pick up some snow and throw it. You hit the snow and deal 1 point of damage, and you can see the crow head turns and looks at you for a second.
Hello.
All the rest of you make insight checks.
All right.
All right.
You've alerted the guard.
7.
9.
15.
A dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
Yeah,
Awesome. Matthias, you're kind of the only one who's putting this together, though, Zanzira. You are also starting to put this together. As you're looking at this crow, you can see that the snowball has hit it, dealing 1 point of damage, and the crow is breathing in. And you two recall with your abbey and your church, Matthias, and with your business, that this is probably some sort of alarm. and that
You
there-
fool! You've
would have
triggered
to-
the alarm bird!
The book game.
We should probably.
I'm gonna try and shoot it, I guess, to turn it
Okay,
off.
yeah.
All right, cool.
Everybody else has an action at this point in time, so everybody else can take an action here if they would like. Matthias, you may take.
Hey. You see shadowy tendrils appear in his hands as he casts Guiding Bolt, and it fires out, and it streaks towards the crow.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does hit.
Cool. It explodes with dark radiant energy, and it'll take 11 points of damage. And the next attack on it should have advantage if it still needs to die.
You see as it's still breathing in as that dark energy hits it, bits of it chip away, but it continues to breathe in. You think for the rest of you that you have but momentary seconds to react in whatever way you choose.
I am more than down for a snowball fight. As I extend my hand, a ball of snow turns to black ice as I Eldritch Blast, throw it up at the...
Hell yeah.
Cool. Is there advantage?
I have advantage, yeah. No, yeah. Guiding Bolt. Does a 22 hit?
22 does hit.
Level 3, yes. Yes.
I hope it hits.
8 damage.
Cool. The bird continues to breathe in.
Hurry, someone!
Scrooge
Finish it
McGrinch, while all of that is going on, is searching his pockets for some thieves' tools, and he'll just go up to the front gate and try and unlock or turn off the alarm that way while all of these people are trying to shoot the stuff.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's
We're all
wrong
just
with you.
standing behind with a pile of snowballs. Just
As you're doing that, you reach into your pockets and you pull out a note. And with it is a paperclip of a bunch of thieves' tools, and it says, "So sorry for your dead body. Love, fam." And you pull out the thieves' tools, and you can make a sleight of hand.
He'll stop for like half a second, be like, "They're always thinking about you, even." And then he'll go back.
All right, you can make the check, but I want to check in with Jack and Zanzira as well.
Okay. Let me. All right. All we gotta do stop this bird from Khan. I'm gonna try to climb the fence.
17.
Awesome. 17. Make an athletics check. Athletics check for this.
Are you sure not acrobatics?
Do you want to try to jump around on the fence a lot?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna try to do some monk shit. Go like hop on this side, then swing that side, go up, back and forth.
Sounds good.
You're climbing it upside down.
Well, you know what? That's how the monk. That's how Jack Frost does it. 8 plus 12.
12 total?
Yeah.
Okay, red. Awesome. 17, 12, and Zanzira, what are you doing?
Zanzira is going to pull her. It's technically a short bow, so this is flavor, but pull her short bow out of a massive designer bag. Like I said, it's like a Mary Poppins bag, okay?
Good lord, how do you carry that?
I know you probably can't actually have a gun. Can it be one of those tiny little mother of pearl handled guns? And you're
Right, like it's a mother of pearl. It's like I have a short bow, so unflavor wise, it's a short bow, but it's like a mother of pearl crossbow. Like it's
It's one that you can keep on your
just like this
keychain.
big.
yeah, pulls it out and is just like aiming for the bird.
Awesome. Yeah. All right.
Let's see if I actually make it though. 18.
18 hits.
Yee. Okay, that is 1d6 plus 3. 7 damage to the bird.
Okay.
And she's just like, Christmas dinner.
Jack, you climb up the fence and you jump over as the bird is breathing in. In this moment, the bird sort of turns and is looking at you, and you can hear it going, is about to emit its sound. You can see as you hear Scrooge, everybody hears Scrooge's lockpicks work on the gate. It begins to open, and Zanzira, you take aim with your mother of pearl crossbow. You hit the bird, and you see as it cracks, and you hear the faintest, this quietest of caws as the alarm was deactivated. The gate open, and we now find Jack Frost and Scrooge standing at the gate, the front gates, with Zanzira.
Good work, witch.
Everyone shut up. No, the first thing.
Did Jack get up over the gate, or is he still on the gate?
Yeah, Jack got over the gate.
Okay. Can I be still on top of the gate?
Sure.
All right. All right. Well,
I understand that the first word in breaking and entering is breaking, but you're trying not to break things. If possible.
I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace. It's just light snow kind of falls across our shoulders. We have +10 to any stealth checks, because it seems like that is what our good friend Mick Scrooge wants us to do. Mick, what the fuck is your name? McGree?
McGrinch.
McGrinch. Okay.
Grinch.
Mr. Craven, we all will be a little quiet just for you.
Thank you. Thank you. See, this one understands. Yes.
They're the one that threw the snowball at the alarm bird.
It worked really well for it, didn't it, Mr. Priest? Who are you?
My name is Matthias, and I am a preacher of the
Matthias,
holy
no,
word
no,
of the
Matthias,
eternal lady.
Shut up.
Could you answer without moving your mouth?
Matthias, how loud did you get?
Eventually, Caroline will just like cover the mouth and just.
How loud did you get,
Get him
Matthias?
off the ground.
Well, the more they tried to talk over him, the more his preacherness kicked in.
Sweet.
So-
Make a performance check, Matthias. Matthias, I'm gonna before I tell you the DC of this performance check, Matthias is trying to be the preacher, but Matthias might maybe lack a little bit of self-control here, and you need to get what's your performance modifier?
It's a +3.
+3, Red. You are trying to get between a 10 and a 15. And if you beat 15, you are fully preaching, like loud as hell. And if you're
And I'll tell you what the...
if you below that, you will have failed in establishing yourself as like a preacher in this moment. And
Okay. Sure, that sounds great. How does a natural 1 sound?
Rad, sweet. Okay, cool.
It's a 4.
The 4 total, natural 1. Matthias, you are speaking this, you're trying, and they fully shush you. They silence you entirely in this moment.
Hand over the mouth.
You are cowed and silenced. Matthias, you can decide, but some sort of social situation for you in the future, you're going to maybe struggle a little bit and have disadvantage for whatever reason you want to decide for that. But you kind of have fully failed to establish yourself here with this group of people.
Okay.
It seems like we don't
I might
respect
be a little rusty, I guess.
Everyone, maybe we should take a look around and see what's going on here.
Sounds like a very wise decision, sir.
Speaking of taking a look around, me standing on top of the gate, I'm gonna see what I can see. I have a better vantage point now.
Yeah.
Zero will lean
Set
over.
any alarms, okay?
Zero will lean over and be like, "Don't feel bad about it, Matthias. I don't believe in anyone but myself."
I was going to kind of, I guess, pick up stick from the ground and whack at Jack's leg with it. Don't fuck it up, and give him guidance so he can add a D4 to his roll.
No, I'm working here. I'm working here. What kind of check do I have to make?
I will. Make a perception check.
You can make a perception check.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a perception check on the ground.
Red. All right.
Yes, I'm also guidancing myself for this.
You have advantage, Jack.
I failed.
Advantage? Okay, thank God.
D4 from guidance from
A
me.
second 8 in a row. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's good. 22. Perception. Yeah, 22.
I got a dirty 20.
20, dirty 20. All right, awesome. Both of you with your checks looking above. Scrooge, as you've kind of stepped in, the gate's now open, and Jack, as you're up on top of the gate, Scrooge, you spot a little elf walking along. There are trees scattered about here. You can see that there is snow and broken bits here. All of these trees look like broken branches. All of these trees look like they were Christmas trees owned by people in the town, now scattered and shattered across the manor grounds.
This man is a
that
professional.
all of their decorations have been removed and destroyed, and you can see a little elf in a red cap, like a little Santa's cap, walking along and just sort of dragging Christmas decorations along with it. You can see that it seems to be smoking a cigarette in one mouth as it's moving along here. Jack, with your above 20, you're the only one who sees the second one.
Second. Okay.
Hiding in behind a pile of snow, and you can see that it seems to be just like but just sort of sitting there leaning against the snow. It hasn't noticed you guys yet.
Okay. I wanna like kind of whisper down. Hey guys, we got elves on our team or no? Just ghosts.
I don't know how this works.
What was the question?
Are we working with elves or is it just us?
Very little has been explained to us. I'm assuming if they are not in our little coronavirus bubble, we treat it like the crow. Take it out.
They do
What is
not
the
look very
coronavirus?
Christmassy.
Right? Like person says take it out. I'm gonna jump on the fucking elf.
Wait, Jack.
So Jack, you won't be able to jump over there. You would have to run over. It's about like 40 feet away from you.
Oh, is it?
Cool jump and a somersault to get over there.
Is it? Oh, let me hit you with this. Is it standing near the gate?
No, they're both pretty far away from the gate.
Okay.
You could try to jump onto a tree and then jump and try to get basically on top of it if you wanted to.
All right, running through the trees. What I do in my spare time. I got this. Let's just go in alone.
Listen, you need to realize the breaking part applies to people too.
The breaking part applies to their necks, dude. What are we doing here?
We can sneak. We're sneaky.
Jack.
Question.
Yes, Zira.
So we've got the information, right, that there's these seals on this and we have to break it, but would this elf that we see be considered Christmassy? Is he maybe being held hostage?
I don't know. Maybe we have to talk to him. Maybe
I'm certainly not talking.
I'm sure.
maybe
I'm
that's
sure the
what
ladies will
goes
bring
in.
back too.
That's
I
what they
mean,
want us to do. Talk to the
allies.
people. Yes.
I could make pitch.
Yes, Zinzira, yes.
I'm not talking to anyone. I'm very stealthy. You very stealthy. Somebody here is not very stealthy. I'm going to hit the enormously tall furball in the stomach here as I'm talking. Why
I
does
am happy to talk to elves.
Molly won't say Nicholas talk to elves while we sneak past?
I would like to meet an elf.
Is this okay, Mr.
Well, maybe we could all stab it while it's not looking, since we're so stealthy.
Here we go. Carolina
Guys are all
talks to the
so
elves.
violent. I'm starting to realize why you were judged the way you were. But okay. If you want to kill some
Well, I
elf,
think if Carolina talks to the elf, and I'll keep an eye, I'll help if I need to, but otherwise I'll just be in the background.
Carolina's going to very cheerfully walk up to the elves.
I'm gonna go stealth
Yeah.
immediately.
I'm gonna stealth.
Everybody makes stealth checks. Carolina, you fail immediately.
I'm going to hold my arms out and let Jack jump into my tiny little arms.
So we all have plus
Oh,
10.
he doesn't have to jump into them, but they are going to hold their arms out.
Okay, you're on the ground. I'm in the tree. I'm in the tree.
21 for Zenzira on the stealth.
There's everyone else. 23
16.
Yeah, 23.
plus
We got it.
10 from Path Without Trace.
Yeah, that's
Because I have
Plus the
disadvantage.
Oh, plus, what's added for
Plus
pass?
10 from Pass Without Trace.
Okay, so that's 31.
23 for Yule, who
Yes.
is still like standing next to a tree going,
24 for mine. I'm gonna try to go through the trees.
come into my arms. Come on,
Awesome.
come into my arms.
All of you are so stealthy as Carolina, you stride towards the elves. Everyone else, you if anything bad happens, everyone else you will have advantage and a surprise round with these. I'm gonna just check to see if any of them somehow clutch it. They don't. They do not notice any of you.
Except for the one.
Carolina, you walk up, and what do you say?
Greetings, fellow Christmassy people.
Awesome. You say that, and you see as both elves kind of, you see one of them, the one that you see directly, has looked up and sort of drops the ornaments that it has, and just sort of cocks its head at you, and you see another one like pull a cigarette out of its mouth, poke its head over a snow pile, and stare at you as well. Carolina, you feel that there is a moment here. You have the spotlight. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna try to do here?
Okay, so I'm gonna just like look at the pair of them, kind of like keeping both of them like in a front arc.
Word.
Kind of season's greetings. I understand these are very difficult times of the year to get work, but I assure you there are better opportunities for you than simply destroying trees and presents when we could be celebrating and drinking.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check. DC 20.
I do not have good persuasion.
Aren't you a warbarian, the bar block?
Natural 20 for a 22.
Very nice.
Watch as both elves turn and they're like, yeah, that sounds pretty good to us. Well, you got a drink on you, or where are we meeting up?
Where is the nearest pub? I've been dead for quite some time.
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah, there's a pub not down the road, I think. Yeah, we'll meet you over there. And
I'm gonna pick out a coin, flip out a gold coin, and flip it to the two of them. First round's on me.
Hey, I love that. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll see you over there, right?
See you over there.
You fully, with your nat 20 persuasion, get both of these elves to stride past the party who is hiding past you, and they leave the scene, walking off hand in hand to the pub.
Play of the game.
Oh my gosh.
In this moment, as there's a pause, as you all just watch Carolina fully convince these elves to go have a round on her and then just hang out. You hear,
Oh,
We can't
you're
hear
so
you.
loud.
Your mic's
Your
not
mic is
being-
not picking it up.
Oh, he is so far away. Barely hear him.
you there! You there, furbolgs! What the hell?
Hello. Today? Why, it's Christmas Eve, of course.
That I still have time to ruin it. And you see Elias Craven poking his head out of the window, take a top hat off of his head and drop it.
Can I throw, in that moment, because I know I'm kind of assuming he's the villain, can I throw the black eye snowball at him as he says, I still have time to ruin it?
You can take a shot.
Yeah, sweet. I'm throwing my black eye snowball at him.
What is
That's a 19.
19? 19
Jesus.
successfully hits.
He will take 8 force damage.
Awesome. 8 force damage? Whoa, come on. All right, cool.
He's an old man.
He's going to have a short rest by the time we meet.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
Mhm.
I do not currently have advantage of this because I'm not raging, but I actually do make 17.
17? Okay.
What are you rolling? Like 20, 19, 17.
It's on the D&D.
He's a very talented lady.
I am very talented.
Did he just try like hellish
oh.
rebuke from here?
Awesome. You take 10 points of fire damage as Hellish Rebuke
He did.
washes up across your body. As you shoot this shot at Elias Craven, you see the bolt hit Elias Craven kind of across the face for a second. And you see, and he had snapped his fingers back at you. And you see as he flicks a crown in your direction. And as the crown flips in the air, you see as then it hits you and you explode in icy flame, like blue flame. It feels cold to your body for a second as you burn. Yes.
I believe this is the first time we've taken damage in the one shot. And I have a question. I don't know if you saw it in the group chat. We do have a healer among us. Not me, but we do have a healer. Most healing spells say they don't work on undead. Are we able to
100% they'll work in this context.
Great.
Cool.
Fantastic.
This
Cool.
magic undead healing spells.
Yeah.
Or
Glad I
you
didn't
with
take
Christmas
your wounds for
spirit.
nothing.
Yes, Scrooge.
do we get a chance to shoot Elias, or is he back in faster than we can blink?
You may all, if you would like, spend your surprise round attempting to attack Elias in this moment.
What if we
Let's
kill him
just
right now?
move around him.
I mean,
you may choose to hold the surprise if you would like, but this is an instant. You have a chance. If you wanted to react, you could.
I was just wondering. Scrooge doesn't think that he needs to reveal himself, as that is not how breaking and entering works. So,
I'm in the tree. Why not cause some mischief? Let me make an attack action.
Carolina looks perfectly fine after taking 10 points of fire damage. Carolina is cheerful.
Oh, okay. So I got my nat 1.
these people are crazy.
I'm gonna throw a blast of wintry cold at him because I'm a Sun Soul monk. Go. Throw a blast wintry cold. Can I burn a key point to make another attack as my bonus action?
Yeah, all of these attacks have advantage because you are.
Well, they have advantage?
Elias doesn't know. Elias doesn't know that you're all here.
all of a sudden there's just a Gatling gun just.
I'd like to use my question. I don't know if this would use my surprise round, but I'd like to give a firm, athletic ass pat to Scrooge here to give him guidance on whatever he chooses to do next. I know that he's staying hidden.
100% anything you do in an action here, unless you choose to hold, will use the surprise round.
Okay, I'll hold it in. I'll hold my guidance in. I'll hold it in. I'll hold it in.
I got that 11.
11?
Yeah, that was for my advantage.
Okay, cool. You see as your punch hits the shutter of the window next to him.
Bonus action, do it again.
It sends that like a frost across the window.
All right. This one's better. This one's better. 18, 19, 22 to hit.
22 hits.
6. What air damage? I don't know what kind of damage it is.
Okay,
6 damage.
6 damage. You see as Elias. Okay, who's next?
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, I'm good.
Everyone else is
I don't know
holding
why
their
these people are bringing
Yeah, he just
attention to
dropped
themselves.
An anger hat out of the window.
Yes.
The hat. Carolina, whatever you may want to do in this moment, you've kind of passed in the second all of the things that you could do as you all see the hat fall and hit on top of the snowman's head. You then see as the snowman starts to writhe, you see as it reaches down, pulling out from the lower part of its body a enormous carrot nose and puts it into its face, locking it in. And then you see, with rippling pecs, a 6-pack, bulging biceps, and a neck that belies belief. You see this snowman. Ugh. Oh, welcome. Welcome to your pain house here.
With my surprise round, I would like to try to do something, and you can tell me whether or not it's possible. Sure. I would like to use my bonus action to wild shape into a dire wolf. I would like to try to scoop up Scrooge and take him towards that snowman. If I see him going, that's my nemesis. No?
We're good. This is not how Scrooge fights in the face. This is not how a thief fights.
We're going to fight this snowman.
That's so fine. I got this. These are my arch nemesis. I know them. You don't fight the rippling pecked freaking snowman.
Yes, I will.
Yes, come through.
All right, well, I'm going to use
humble.
my surprise round to go full wolf. If that sets off initiative, then it sets off initiative.
Initiative is already setting off.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my surprise round as well.
Okay, so we all have a surprise round except for Zach and Tessa, but we should all roll initiative now, right?
Yes. Everybody roll initiative. As you see the snowman, huge in its size, go, this is going to be your last Christmas. And then just pound fists together.
So he only currently sees Carolina and Jack, right?
Yep.
I got a 21.
I got a 19 total.
Like, what are you rolling?
I don't know.
I'm so upset right now.
Can I borrow that? I just rolled a fucking 4.
I got an 8. I'm like, this is, you know what? Keep being up front. If you're gonna keep rolling like that, stay up front.
The Christmas spirit, man. You keep confusing me.
Wait. Scrooge, what do you get?
I got an 8.
Thank you. And Matthias?
16.
Or a 9, excuse me.
And is the
And-
map up on? Oh, it is.
It's 100%.
Boy!
And then I need for it's so hard when you have to switch through character names for different campaigns and stuff. I don't know how you all do it. But, well, could you tell me what you got?
Yule got a 19 total.
Perfect. Awesome. Carolina.
21.
Yeah, you go first.
Yeah, sweet. Okay. I would like to rage.
All right.
If it so
What about the
pleases you.
surprise?
Surprises can be
Yeah,
round.
Carolina is not going to go first. You're right. So first off, in the initiative,
Oh yeah, because
Yule-
Carolina does not have a surprise round. So people who have
Carolina
a surprise
never
round
had one. So Yule, Zanzira, Matthias, and then Scrooge.
Okay.
Yule is going to use their surprise round to wild shape as a bonus action into a dire wolf.
Cool.
If anyone wants to take a ride, they can. They don't have to, but they will be low to the ground as they dash past everyone. They are going to. Let's see where.
I mean, if you don't mind, I'll take a ride just so I can get a little closer.
Oh yeah, you can elegantly side saddle onto that beautiful boy. This
Look at you and be like,
to move
cute.
50 feet, so it's going to move all the way up. I can't move the wolf. Oh, I can. So I should be able to get all the way up to them, and then since you are on my back and within range of this guy, I will have advantage on my attacks. So that's going to be a single attack of a melee. Essentially, I'm going to run this beautiful, big, fluffy white wolf, a little shorter than normal, like the corgi of dire wolves, I guess. Just thundering through the snow, a bit fluffier than normal, a little bit of that, doggy goatee going on, and is just going to take a chunk and go right for the face to try to take the coal out of that smile. They're going to do a bite attack. They have advantage because of pack tactics. So that's going to be 23 to hit.
Yep, you hit.
Okay, so that is going to be 14 points of piercing damage as I try to rip his face off,
Awesome.
which is 1 point away from max damage on a dire wolf. I'm very excited.
Bite into the snowman with your fangs. You can feel as you rip into it, and you take 5 points of cold damage as the
That's
snowman
fine.
is so cold.
Okay. Okay.
You gotta be.
I've
careful with
never
cold
played a druid before, so I'm going to keep track of my direwolf stats.
Awesome.
And I
Uh,
think with movement and bonus action to action, that is going to be the end of Yule's turn while they have the beautiful Zenzira on their back.
Zen,
Burning hands.
burning hands.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah.
All right. So let's see here. It is. You have to make a dex saving throw. Dex 13.
It succeeds.
Okay, so you're half damage.
Yes.
It is. Six damage.
6 damage.
Fire damage.
You watch as this 6 damage seems to be more powerful than you even expected, as parts of the snowman begin to melt and thaw away. And you do a ton to the snowman as parts of its body begin to fizzle and this is not ice to me too. And you are burning into this snowman.
And then I think with my movement, I'm going to step away a bit, if I can. I'm going to briefly move the direwolf so I can get myself, because I was underneath it.
Yeah,
There
for
we
sure.
go. 5, 10, 15. Just going to move back to where Carolina is.
You hop off as the direwolf just has the full coal in his mouth, doing that thing that dogs do when they have a toy, which just...
You, Zenzira, you take 4 points of cold damage.
Okay.
Does it make a difference? I'm pretty sure Burning Hands is a cone spell. They don't need to touch.
It's cone.
Doesn't matter. It's
Okay.
radius to the creature.
Radius. Okay.
All right.
Done. It's
All
just
right,
like,
go. Matthias, then Scrooge. Unless Matthias wants to choose to wait behind Scrooge. You're muted.
I wouldn't wait. That would be ridiculous. I'm gonna fire a ray of enfeeblement at this snowman.
All right.
All
And
of you superpowered people.
Awesome.
does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit.
A black beam of enervating energy fires from his palm and it strikes him in the snowman. He is now going to deal half damage with strength attacks.
Perfect.
Until the spell ends.
Cool. Concentration up to 1 minute. Wonderful.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, you do that. I make a Constitution saving throw at the end of my turns to try to finish the spell off. Superb.
I just want to, because I forgot to roll it earlier, I did roll concentration on Pass Without a Trace, and it is still up.
Cool. Scrooge.
All right, Scrooge McGrinch is not a good fighter like these other people. So he is going to use his wits, and he's going to action dash all the way up to this tree and try and climb into it. He's gonna reach into his pocket and pull out an oil flask and just uncork the oil flask and just wait right there, staying hidden for his surprise round and not calling attention to himself.
Okay, awesome. Make a stealth check.
Huh? I got another 23.
Another 23. Superb.
We've
You are
rolling
still
amazing
really
tonight.
well hidden. As the surprise round comes to a close, we go to the top of the real round here for a moment. And Carolina, it is your turn.
Real fast, top of the round. I was wondering if I could start in the tree over here since I was over here.
He was in a tree.
Yeah, well, I did say I was in the tree as opposed to all the way back there.
Sure.
Sure. All right, cool.
Okay, I can't get to the snowman because there's a wolf blocking the snowman.
You can occupy, the wolf only takes up 1 square. They're a medium-sized creature, so
Perfect.
Oh, okay.
So you should be able to be next to me.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, I assumed they were much bigger because that's what Roll20 told me.
Now, I'm a CR1 creature.
Nice. I'm gonna walk up, and as I'm almost bouncing up with just this jolly chair after being a little bit on fire, still the fur's kind of singed. They're going to reach into their back and pull out what's a matted bit of fur and ice that loosely resembles a battle axe.
Yeah.
And just a bit of stone off the ground to work as a shield. And they're just gonna swing. Gonna give a good old swing.
Cool.
I'm going to rage. Sorry, rage first. Sorry, barbarian. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna rage first for the damage bonus.
I believe you were already no, never mind. You're right.
No, so I didn't do it because surprise round.
Retconned.
Yeah. So I will now rage and then I will battle axe.
Yep.
Getting a unnatural 20 to hit.
20 unnatural 20 hits.
Doing 5, 6, 7 damage.
7 damage. Wow. All right. Nice.
If I'm thinking about this correctly, it's been 20, 19, 17, 17, 18, and then unnatural 20 again.
Oh,
You're on fire. You're
all right.
on fire.
I am very lucky.
Make it DC 10 strength saving throw.
I will say, as a whole, I feel like we do unnaturally well with rolls during one-shots on this channel.
I swear.
Yeah.
But I do want to remind, for
Speak for
anyone who
yourself.
did or did not watch Face End this last Monday, Ludin rolled, I believe, 6 nat 1s within a single round. So we're just balancing it out.
That is a fail.
That's a fail? Okay. You watch as Carolina, you run up and you go into your rage and you hit the axe into the snowman's body. You see as it cleaves chunks of the snow, and then the snowman goes, I'll be taking that, and sucks the axe into its body, and you are disarmed.
Oh my.
Awesome. At the end of your turn, while you are within the radius of the snowman, you take 2 points of cold damage.
No worries. That's not half because I don't have cold damage. I don't believe. No, that's a level 3 thing for totem barbarians.
All right, it's now the snowman's turn. As a bonus
You're
action,
a fucking totem barbarian. I shouldn't be surprised.
No, I'm
as a bonus action,
surplus.
you watch as the snowman turns, reaching behind him, and you are noticing it for the first time, as it didn't really strike you for a second, that there is a wreath hanging on a hook on the door. You watch as the snowman takes the wreath off of the door and throws it like a frisbee down and across the yard. I'm going to roll a check here to see how well the snowman throws this. Okay, I got a 19 on the die. The snowman throws it all the way, and I'm going to just click one more roll. Okay. Throws it all the way, and it lands in the corner of the yard. At this moment, you see the front door glows with an arcane light as the snowman says, "Now you cannot get in. Now you're stuck here with me." And the snowman's going to take its turn. The snowman is going to make a multi-attack, and it's going to slam first into the direwolf. What's your AC, direwolf?
My AC as a direwolf is 14.
14, all right. With a 15 on the die, the slam hits into you. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
That halved from enfeeblement.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yes! Very nice. Thank you, Max.
Now you must compete against the snowman for an athletics or acrobatics, your choice check.
I'm going to do an athletics check.
All right.
So that's in that one.
That one?
It's balancing itself out.
So that's a 4 total.
It beats you. All of you watch
because I
as
said
the
something.
snowman punches with like a fist into the direwolf. Then you watch as the snow wraps around the direwolf, and the snowman rears back and throws the direwolf 30 feet away.
Yeah, no. Okay, yeah, throw me.
Directly at Zenzira. Zenzira dexterity saving throw.
Jesus Christ.
By the
You're gonna
gods,
go
he's so
forward.
beastly.
And you wanted me to be close to that?
My dexterity saving throw is actually all right. 18.
18. You tumble, or what does it look like when Zira gets out of the way of the direwolf flying?
Literally, she sees the direwolf flying and just goes and just steps back.
The direwolf, you hit the ground and you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage as you
Half damage
into
from
the ground.
strength-based attacks.
This is, I guess, a strength-based attack.
Ew, he doesn't throw me that far, does he?
He
No,
throws
he does.
God
Because
said
that's you,
so.
back then. 8 points of damage instead.
8 points of damage. Okay, that's fine.
Awesome. Carolina.
Mhm.
A second slam right into your body. I get 24 on the roll.
Yeah, that'll hurt.
Awesome. You take 10 points, half to 5. Ray enfeeblement is
Half again.
half again to 3. You take 3 points of damage. Make a opposed athletics or acrobatics check against the snowman.
Let's do athletics. I have advantage because I'm raging.
Yep.
I believe in the dream.
That's only an 11. That's not great. CJ had to say something and book up everyone's rolls.
I'm sorry, I acknowledge
You're
good luck.
rolling
You should
really bad.
never do that. You should never acknowledge good luck.
D&D Beyond was like, oh yeah, I am being a little too nice.
D&D Beyond was like, did I hear CJ? CJ's not rolling with me. Did I hear CJ?
Unfortunately, Carolina, the snowman has a +8 to athletics check and throws you across the field.
It was like bordering on a 19, CJ. And you had to say something.
It's Scrooge!
You see as the snowman's looking around for a target, lifting you up, Carolina. Scrooge, you see, has fully hidden himself in the tree and is definitely not visible at all. And you watch as the snowman goes, "Looking out for you, doggy," and throws you, Carolina, right at the dog.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Jesus
I
Christ.
make a
this
dex
guy.
save, right?
You make a dex saving throw with disadvantage because you are covered in snow.
4.
A 4? All right.
Oh boy.
2 plus
Oh,
2,
no.
baby!
Awesome. You take Ravenfield and so annoyed.
What's the damage?
You would take 17, half to 8.
Okay.
I'll say the same.
You have to make a dexterity saving throw. Oh no, you take that. You fail. Yeah, you both take that damage. 8 damage.
So I take 4.
Half for you and 4 for you, Carolina.
So you take 4 total because you are a different kind of build than I am.
Yeah, I'm built different. It's just
You are both knocked prone in this moment.
Our tanks are getting tossed around.
And the
What's
snowman
happening?
strides forward. You see as the snowman, having been hit by a burning hand, sort of slides, and you can see water leaking behind it. Its movement speed has been reduced because of what has occurred as its thawing has occurred. But you see as the snowman goes, you see it do the peck bounce, where it's like flexing its pecs back and forth, and you can see it just being like, "Oh, this is going to be so fun." Awesome. After the snowman's turn, it's going to be Yule's turn. Then
Yule is going to give an opportunity for Carolina to get on their back, just scoop them up if Carolina would like ride.
I would happily take a ride if the would allow that.
Then I am going to try to essentially, you know the thing when dogs just stick their face fully into the snow? I'm going to try to stick my face between the balls of the snowman, you know, between the torso and the bottom part, and just try to pop him off. And I get advantage because of pack tactics.
I see what you're trying to do here. First off, what's the DC for Ravenfield and Matthias?
It is a 13.
Awesome. The snowman succeeds in the save.
So he's not in Feebuild anymore?
Yep.
Okay.
You are both prone. You scramble to your feet. You will. I need a check from Carolina here.
What type of check?
I'm going to need you to make an acrobatics only check.
I don't have advantage on that.
I know.
Oh, you're a dick. Oh, natural 20 though, because Carolina's still got her.
You flip yourself up on the ground. You kind of do like a kip up, and you flip up onto the direwolf, and you're now on the direwolf. The direwolf, you can rush forward.
I love Carolina. I'm playing her more often. She is great.
Essentially, Yule is just going to run forward and just go into the snowman until their snout is inside the snowman. So I get advantage because of pack tactics. I'm also going to use my bonus action to give myself a D8 of health back to this direwolf. There's going to be 3 plus fucking something, I think. 3.
He's plus your con mod.
Is opposed my con mod? Okay, awesome.
think
So
it is.
I get 6 hit points back, so I'm back up. Beautiful. And then I'm going to... Awesome. That's going to be... Sorry. 20 to hit.
Successfully hits.
Okay, so it's going to be 4... 10 points of piercing damage as I just jam my face into the snowman and go
Awesome.
from inside the snow.
You ram your face into the snowman. You see as you deal your damage to this snowman. You can see that as you do so, your snout snuffs into it. Are you trying to separate this snowman or no?
That is the ideal. They're trying to wedge their face between the segments of the snowman to pop them
You'll
off.
think you have to waste an entire turn to try. It's a grapple check.
Okay, well, they're going to... What I would like to do is, with that turn, sticking my head in between to let the other characters know that it's possible to separate.
Yes, you can see that the bits of the snowman is moving, and you can see as he's like, "Oh, what are you doing down there? Get out of my balls!" And you can see that the snowman's looking down, that they're shifting slightly. You can see that the top hat sort of rattles around. You see the thing that most affixed is probably the carrot on the nose. It's like real solid, and you can see as the snowman's like looking down and being like, "Hey, stop it."
You can absolutely say no to this. Could I have that damage and only do, I think, 5 points of damage to it to give somebody else advantage on their grapple check to try to pop them apart?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Just check.
Love it. You take 2 points of damage from cold as you are doing this. However, as you shove your face into the snowman, You, with an instinct of a dog, bite something that's like a rod in there. All right. Superb. After that happens, it's going to be Zenzira, and then following that, Matthias. And then where is Jack? Jack, Jack, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, not all at the bottom.
Yeah.
Not all tonight, guys.
All right, so Zenzira.
Just good old Eldritch Blast this time. Can't use all of my first level spells.
Cool.
So let's see here. I'm going to. No, I'm just going to cast it at its normal cantrippy. I'm going to make that ranged spell attack. Does a 17 hit?
17 hits.
Okay. And so 1d10 force damage.
Cool.
It's not bad. That's the percent. I guess it would work the same, wouldn't it? Okay. That is it's not plus anything. Oh, it is plus anything. 8 total. 8 force damage.
8 force damage. All right, nice. Cool. Again, bits of snow rattle off of this creature as your Eldritch Blast hits into it. Zenzira, anything else you want to do?
She pulls a bottle of nail polish out and starts painting her nails.
You start to paint your nails.
Literally in front of him as well, just like.
At the end of your turn, the snowman is going to take its one legendary action. You see as it reaches in, ripping a part of its body out, dealing damage to itself, and going, "Hey, catch!" and targeting Matthias with a thrown snowball.
Why me?
Matthias, what's your AC?
16.
16. All right. Matthias, this snowball swirls, spinning towards you, and deals 19 points of bludgeoning damage, Matthias, as it hits into you.
Ah!
You can feel as it hits you that it was an ice ball.
Oh. Oh.
Yikes.
The heretic has struck me.
All right. Awesome. After the legendary action of the snowman, who has dealt damage to himself in the process of doing that, it is going to be Matthias' turn, then Scrooge, then Jack.
Matthias does not look good anymore. Said who's going after me again?
Scrooge.
Scrooge is prepared for a stealth mission, it seems like. So I'm gonna use my action to curse this creature with my channel divinity.
Oh.
The path to the grave. On the next attack that is made against it, it is going to have vulnerability to all damage that is inflicted.
No! Don't do that!
And I'm gonna walk around the corner and hide a little bit. Heretic! I need to collect myself. That hurt a lot.
Sprint outside of the gates and you hide behind the wall.
Maybe get a cure wounds ready or something.
All right, Scrooge.
All right. So Scrooge, this being his favorite enemy, the snowman, especially a snowman with a carrot nose, will take out his flask of oil and chunk it at the back of the head of the snowman.
Okay.
With his bonus action.
Okay.
Or action, whichever one. I mean, probably wouldn't make a difference on this one. So I'm going to do that with advantage. And it is an improvised weapon, which I don't think I am proficient in. But we're going to see what happens. Where do I roll the dice? Oh, there it is.
I believe.
Okay. Let's see what we get, y'all. I don't know what I get plus. Let's go a 12. I got an 11. I don't know if I get like bonuses on improvised weapons.
I think it's just a dexterity attack.
All right, so 12.
Unless you're otherwise proficient with improvised weapons.
I don't think I am.
No matter the case, you are just throwing a bottle of oil at a thing. Like, you see that some of the oil covers it. It wasn't the perfect shot, but you got some oil on this thing. You can see that oil spatters across the back of the wolf as well.
Oh, no.
Don't you have advantage because you're from cover?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you do. Yeah, super sneaky.
Because you're hidden.
I took it with advantage, guys.
Oh,
Can I give it extra advantage by adding the nail polish bottle?
You guys are you good.
That's probably flammable.
Okay,
Christian was already on it.
I'm afraid of
Excuse
this thing.
me.
I am very afraid of this thing. And then so that was, I guess, my bonus action because I really don't have much of anything else. And then I'm going to dash out from under from the tree, and I'm going to run across. And as I run across, I'm going to pull out my lantern. And I'm just going to chuck it at the oil, probably burning Yule as well. But
Thank you, appreciate it.
yeah, so both of them will be on fire for a minute.
Can I make some kind of save about it?
Scrooge. In this moment, you're kind of throwing two different objects at this creature, and so I think you get the first oil.
All right, then I will hide for my and prepare for my my next attack.
You're primed. You're still hidden. You, if I look for you, you'll make a stealth check. But
Cool. I'll go ahead and make that. Let's see what we got. I got another 23.
Okay, fine. Jack.
23s in a row.
Plus,
Yeah.
it ends
Okay.
on the trash without trace that I definitely will not maintain if you set me on fire.
But both of y'all will be on fire.
All right, Jack. What are you doing?
Am I hidden from the snowman at this point? Being in the tree and being, or was that taken away from us?
Make a stealth check.
Stealth check? All right.
Plus 10.
Oh, nat 1, so no. Okay.
Well, hold on.
It is a plus 10.
11?
Plus,
Okay, 11 plus my stealth is going to be 16.
that's pretty good.
16 is still pretty respectable.
You think you're not noticed?
So you have advantage if you want to make an attack, or if there's.
Yeah, let me throw a winter blast at him real fast with
Yeah, kind of
advantage.
like watch as you're like standing on the tree branch and then it fully breaks and you like hit another one. You're like, oh, and then you get yourself back up and you go, no one saw that.
No one saw the wind. Speaking of the wind, I'm gonna throw an ice blast at him. All right, 17 plus. Oh my god, my second die was a nat 1. But 17 plus 4 is gonna be 21, I think. 21.
Cool.
All right. 5 damage.
5 damage. All right.
5 damage, and then I'm gonna jump my ass out of the tree. 5, 10, maybe 15, 20. Can I hit him from here or no? Do you have to go into the snow?
You would be able to hit him from here.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to hit him.
Cool.
Okay, 14 plus 4 is gonna be 18.
18.
18. All right, 1 plus 3 damage.
3 damage. Woo!
3 damage, my unarmed strike, 1 blast, and then 1 quick little go right through that snow that just rubs it. Oh, he's ice too. Oh no.
At the end of the round, you hit with your strike, striking into the snowman. You can see as the snowman is just sort of like flexing and just seeming to just be like, yes, bring it on. Welcome to the Vanderdome. And you can see as this rune on the door glows bright, and we flip to the top of the round with Carolina. You can feel kind of oil covering you, Carolina. Oil is on you as well, because you're on the back of this wolf. You guys can't really see what's going. Carolina, you can kind of see like Scrooge sort of like had appeared going like, and then just like fully vanished again. And you're getting a sense of maybe what's going to go down with that. But Carolina, what are you going to do?
Okay, so I've lost my axe right now. Yeah, just double checking.
Yeah.
Is there any way I can get it back? Like, can I see my axe?
Oh, you don't know where it is, but you can get in there and try to take it.
I have a javelin. I'm trying to use that as a melee weapon. I can use the rules. Yeah, I'm proficient with them. So before I do, though, I am going to close my eyes and howl like the winter's night as 2 ice horns form upon my head as I take on the visage of Krampus and use the form of dread.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Yeah.
Christ.
So bonus action. So I gain 1d10 plus 1 hit point, temporary hit points. I gain 5 temporary hit points. And every time I hit a creature, they have to make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened by me.
While Carolina is turning into her form of dread and becoming so terrifying, it is apparent that our terrible fashion heiress is applying mascara.
Absolutely. It's just like, if I'm going to save Christmas, I better look good doing it. What?
All right, awesome.
I don't think a 10 hits, though, unfortunately. Actually, no, I don't have advantage or anything. I don't think a 10 hits.
He was vulnerable to the ice blast that Jack did, by the way, so I think that would be 5 more points of damage.
Okay,
Was it
right,
double?
yep, thank you, yes. All right.
Forgot about that.
Vulnerable? Oh shit! In that case,
He was because of my curse. Now it's gone.
oh today.
Awesome. All right, cool. You can see that the snowman is a little bit bloodied, but you take your swing, your horns have grown, you've gained some health, Carolina, as you take a swing, but you can see this snowman is just like, no, you cannot hit me. Superb. Carolina, at the end of your turn, you take 4 points of cold damage.
Yeah, which I don't have, unfortunately.
Oh, wait. Even with the extra you got?
Even the extra what?
Oh, you don't have. Oh, I thought you said you don't have it. I was like, oh my god.
No,
you're
no.
down?
Are you
No,
unconscious?
I've got plenty of hit points. I'm still a barbarian.
Watch as Ben, the snowman. You feel Yule. Yeah, Yule?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, you're like I want to say something. And I want
No, my turn is next, and I know what I want to do, and it's a lot of
you watches the snowman goes, you think this is the biggest I can get? I can get gains like you've never seen before. And you see as the snowman reaches out and grabs the snow pile it is right next to.
Oh no!
Starts to pull itself into the snow pile, growing 2 sizes.
Jesus Christ!
This is why you want to stay away from the
You
snowmen. They're crafty.
Carolina, Jack Frost, everybody make dexterity saving throws with disadvantage.
Oh no!
17, baby!
Wait, do I have to make a
Oh,
dexterity?
you're good. You're not. You're not
Howard!
That's a 7. That's
7 for me too. With my strong one. Jeez.
All right.
Do you soak up more of the oil?
You both, Carolina and Jack, find yourself sucked into the snowman.
Oh no!
Part of the snowman. You managed to kind of like hold on, and you're not sucked in to this. Both of you are restrained. Your speed is 0. You have disadvantage on attacks. Any attacks against you have advantage, and it is cold in here. And then you see Jack Frost now easily like a story or 2 larger. You see as the carrot has expanded as well. The coal eyes have grown in size. And Jack Frost goes, I am the Dominator. And breathes out a blast of cold against Yule and Zenzira.
Oh.
Carolina is dead.
Yeah, I'm fixing that. Sorry. Okay, I'm back.
Both of you make DC 15 Constitution saving throws.
Yeah.
It's only to make DC 15 con.
Yule and Zenzira. Nobody else.
Okay.
So not Jack Frost, not me.
Nope. No, you.
I'm Frosty. Excuse me.
The dog must do it.
Oh, okay. What am I rolling? Sorry.
12. DC 15 Con.
Okay. Yeah, that's a 13, buddy.
All right. You both take 18 points of cold.
Oh, I'm down.
I'm gonna roll a con save because I took the thing that let me not fall to 0. I took the zombie ability.
Audiences, our
Oh, wait.
players here are undead, and they have certain undead abilities.
I took undead fortitude to not drop out of wild shape.
I take.
The damage I took was 18, right?
18.
Okay, saving throw.
So undead fortitude would mean, right, you would need to roll.
23.
23? Jesus Christ. Am I
23.
able to do that?
I believe.
Natural
Yeah.
20. Natural 20, Diana, come on.
100%.
Yeah, essentially I need to make a natural 20 because I have a con +3 to not drop out of wild shape.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ, dude. Oh! No, I can't because I'm so woke.
Oh no.
Just a second. I know I'm only level 3, but let me see if I have anything. Because I got a 22. And I'm seeing if there's anything I can do about it.
Anyone playing a paladin nearby? Any one of us playing a paladin?
No. I got a
don't think
22.
so.
I got a 22.
You crumple to the ground.
I don't crumble to the ground. I'm just a Duergar now with 27 more hit points.
Now a Duragar standing in front of not in the snowman anymore. You're not in the snowman anymore.
I don't still have my hand on that pole.
Do you want to?
I would love to.
Perfect. Great. All right. You still have it. You see, all of you, as the snowman has grown up, it's now about a story high. You can see its colossal size. The hat has never changed size.
Oh, wait. I do need to still roll concentration.
Yep. You'll make a concentration check.
That's going to be a fail. We no longer have Pass Without a Trace.
Zenzira, you fall unconscious on the ground.
The tube of mascara clatters next to me.
And Zenzira, the last thing you hear is the sound of a ringing bell and the memory of you laying off all of your people.
Oh, we do have
Everything
bells.
filling your mind as you fall into darkness and lay there. All right, awesome.
You can't say that after you said
You-
that.
Your turn.
All right, awesome.
Yule.
Yeah, I know. I'm figuring something out. Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, I have advantage on attacks. And technically grapple is an attack action. Could I use my advantage on attacks to have advantage on grappling?
Do you still have any turn attacks?
If I use my bonus action to turn back into a direwolf, yes. What I
Okay.
would like to try to do is I want to try to pull what I believe is an axe out of the snowman, and whoever else can grip onto it, that's up to them to pull that out of the snowman with me. Would I have to specifically target one of the other players, or is it just it's up to them if they can hold on to this pole as I pull it out of them?
It would be up to them.
Okay. I would like to bonus action go back into direwolf.
Okay.
We'll see if I can hold on to it.
Awesome.
And pull the axe out of there and see if I can bring the other people with me.
Superb. All right, make it.
Do I have advantage on that with my grapple check from tactics? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
And that's athletics only, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a direwolf. Okay. 17.
17. You pull the axe out. Jack and Carolina, you have one chance. You have a DC 17 dexterity check on this.
Can it not
better,
be
baby.
strength?
This is not.
Saver check.
This is dexterity saving throw.
Okay,
This
I'll
is-
save through.
This is about the sheer luck of touching the axe.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I'm pulling it out.
I finally rolled something good. This is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Jack, you feel this rod as you feel it getting pulled out. You can grab a hold of it if you would like. Ugh.
All right,
Jack,
Carolina,
you-
how you doing?
Get flung free. Carolina?
That's a no.
All right, Carolina.
I'm okay being inside there for a little bit. I've got a plan.
With my movement, because I believe it takes half speed to drag, I'm going to take that pole. I'm going to drag Jack 25 feet away. My full movement is 50. We are 25
Wait. Ooh, I don't want to go that far. I don't want to go that far. I just want to go.
Let go whenever you want. I'm trying to
I
get
want-
away from what is going to be a tower of flame. Just to make that clear, we know it's going to be on fire. You can stay there if you want.
Yeah, but if I stay there, he gets
That's up to
poisoned.
you.
Jack, make your decision.
Is there going to be another dex saving throw to avoid the fire?
Oh, you think so? Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll sit there.
All right,
You
cool.
dumbass idiot. I'm 25. I'm 50 feet away.
Cool.
And nobody's coming with me.
You sprint away with the axe, but by running away, you take an attack of opportunity.
That's
Oh,
fine.
this is perfect.
I miss.
Oh, he finally missed.
You can move yourself wherever you are. You have run away, Jack. Slide. You feel black ice underneath your feet for a second as you slide, and then you stop and you look back up at the towering snowman. Yule has gone. Zenzira, make a death saving throw.
Okay.
You can do it.
Nat 20.
Nice.
You can do it.
Rise.
Yeah.
Rise, you will.
Zenzira. You are laying there and you think of the memory. But are we supposed to come at Christmas Day? And what you said to them, I won't make you stay long. Zenzira, this is a moment for you where that memory is surging in your mind. And Zenzira can hear that bell ever faintly ringing nearby. What goes through Zenzira's head as you hear that memory again? Wait, are we supposed to come in on Christmas Day? What does Zenzira say?
Does she, in her memory, does she get a chance to change that?
Your Zenzira's thinking in this moment that you can say whatever you want to say to this memory.
She thinks about it for a minute. There's a more of a pause than there was the first time, and she says, "No, I won't be able to keep all of you on. So at least you can enjoy some time with your family."
You feel a weight lifted from you for a moment as you sit back up. It's a nat 20. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
Burning hands this bitch.
Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna stand up and just be like, "Excuse me," and just burning hands again.
All right.
So that's I think Dex 13.
And that one did.
Whoop. Okay, let's get that damage.
Do I have to make one for being inside of it?
It is a cone, isn't it?
Here's a cone.
Burn the bitch.
Just aim low, right? You're fine.
Is that going to make a dexterity saving throw then, Jake?
You give me a minute. Keep going.
She would try not to aim for Carolina, but it would not be at the disadvantage of not hitting the snowman, so I'll let you make that call.
Well, I mean, like, technically speaking, Zenzira can run 15 feet to the right, shoot the cone, make sure it misses Carolina, and then run 15 feet back to where she was initially. So that Carolina wouldn't even have to make a save.
Makes
Well,
sense.
can I do that? But because I would also have to get up because I was prone.
You can move
just run
half your
50 feet.
speed.
Okay, then yes. So let's just say I did that if everyone's cool with that.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that is because like I'm saying, she would make an effort not to hit Carolina, but if the choice was not hitting the snowman or hitting the snowman, obviously she'd still pick hitting the snowman. So yes. So she shoots it out, and I pull both of my headphones out of my head simultaneously. There we go. Now I can hear again. She shoots it out for 14 damage.
14
Okay.
damage?
Yeah, I rolled pretty well.
All right. The snowman burns. You see that the oil covering it lights on fire as well. The snowman already had vulnerability to fire, so you do 28 points of fire damage instead. And I need you to roll for me, Scrooge, 3d6 damage.
Ouch.
Oh my goodness. Okay. 3d6. 1, 2, 3. That is another 8.
8 doubled again to 16 for this vulnerability as the oil catches fire.
Buddy. Yeah, buddy.
The towering snowman, you see lights in flame, the oil covering it. You take 8 points of damage, Carolina, but not the burning hands damage, only the flames that are happening from the oil itself. You take 8 points of fire damage, Carolina, as you hear the snowman going, "No, I cannot be melted like this. This sucks so much." And the fire begins to cover the snowman. Superb. That was your burning hands. Zanzira, I'm going to move you along here.
Oh, yeah, I was on a different window. Thank you.
And Zanzira, after your turn passes, it's going to be Matthias's turn.
Matthias, please kill this thing. It made me feel a feeling.
It's definitely still on fire for the next minute. So it's gonna die.
I have an idea. That hat didn't get any bigger, right?
Nope.
And it got dropped out of the window and created a snow monster, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna use my poltergeist action and throw it away over the rooftop.
Awesome. The poltergeist action is something within 30 feet. You will have to get closer.
Absolutely. He strides in, looking terrible, by the way. "I condemn the heretic! Fear my newfound powers!" And he'll poltergeist thrust the hat and hopefully blow it away.
Make a check here. This hat is you're gonna need to make a ranged attack with your +4 hit part of this.
Okay.
In this case, just the way that this, because it is being worn or carried, so you're gonna have to make a check against this.
Okay, I rolled a 4 for a total of a 9.
You shout this, "I condemn you, heretics!" And you shoot your poltergeist blast. You see the hat kind of go wiggle for a moment, and then stay on top of its head. As your blast was just not successful in this moment. I'm so sorry.
That sucks.
And then you see the Iceman. "I condemn you, heretic!" Rips another snowball out of his body.
Oh no, you don't!
Right at you, Matthias.
I'm going back
throws
to
a snowball
cover.
at you. All right,
He steps back around the corner.
Wait, are you?
Is he legendary actioning right now?
Oh, well, I guess you could move around if you wanted to. Were you going to stand there, Matthias, or were you?
No.
Oh, okay.
He looks disappointed.
I'll
and
just
goes back
fear my
behind
new
cover.
power! And then Matthias goes, "Ooh!"
I'm going to pause for a moment. I'm actually going to zoom into the scene.
He's like, "No, thank you."
Matthias, this is all happening at the same time. You come out here, you go, you shoot against the hat. You see as the snowman goes, "I condemn you," and takes name. And Matthias, something happens for you in this moment. You remember all of that coal that you stole from those children. You remember the decision that you made. Recall that moment where you cut a deal with your God to empower you for this. You remember it was a choice. You were the lesson that they needed, right? Do you want to give them their lesson, or do you want to be charitable in this moment? And as you stand here, you see as the snowman's eyes, its coal, beady eyes, like doll's eyes, stare at you, then stare at Zanzira, and you see the choice laid out. Is it you, or is it someone else?
They'll be fine.
Oh no.
Okay,
Well-
Jasmine.
Well, spoilers. Let me.
You have 1 second to answer this.
I'm gonna roll to see what he thinks.
Oh yeah, just look.
I'll heal them when they're dead.
Okay,
It'll be okay.
Looks the same, right? Yeah.
Nobody's gonna heal me if I go down.
Matthias, in this moment, you hear a bell ringing softly in your ears, and as you resolve and go, "I'll heal them," you run around the wall again, and the bell goes silent. And then you hear, "Oh, running away! Then I'll go for your friend! Here's a curveball!" And throws with a 23 to hit.
Gods.
I mean, obviously that hits. Yeah. My AC's 14.
Is this his turn starting? Is that what this is happening?
This is a legendary action.
Okay.
He deals damage to himself to attack somebody. Yeah. He throws the ball. You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Straight down again.
Jesus Christ.
We're all gonna die horrific deaths in this level 3
10-0.
one shot.
I'm not gonna die at all.
I think he's
As
going to
you
be
get
alright.
battered and
Merry Christmas, guys. Don't worry.
you are laying on the ground and you hear the bell ding, 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 ringing, now louder this time. Awesome. After the snowman's legendary action is going to be Scrooge.
Yeah, Scrooge is like, yes, the plan is working. And he is going to also poltergeist action from his tree.
Okay,
and
thank
happily
God someone
try and
else has
pull
it.
this thing off with advantage.
Scrooge. There's a moment
Okay.
right here where you hear a bell starting to ring. This carrot is large. This is a prize. And yet that hat teeters softly on top.
Mm. He'll look like I think Scrooge definitely doesn't see himself as like evil. Like, although the carrot looks like really cool and stuff like that, he'll look over and see like these people are like almost dead. One has gone down twice.
Yeah.
Everybody else is like, some of them have been taken fire and all this stuff like that. And I think Scrooge is just like, yeah, there might be crazy, but I got to take this opportunity. And he's going to try and pull the hat. He's not going to try and
Okay,
pull
right.
the
Sweet.
carrot.
Poltergeist, make your attack roll against this. The creature's AC is 16, so you just got
Okay. So that's 1, and this is 2.
I saw this.
Oh no.
Made it with advantage, right? That was what the 1 and 2 meant.
Yeah, I watched both of them.
Yes. I got a 14.
Oh,
Christian, buddy.
I mean, Scrooge sucks, y'all. He's just not
The hat
good.
wiggles for a moment.
He's got the heart, don't worry.
You almost pulled it free. This is with your +4 with your poltergeist ability, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that was my action.
Yeah.
Let me see. What can Scrooge McGrinch do? Okay, is that door open behind the
Oh, the door to the house?
If
Yeah.
we
Is
go
it
to
open behind us?
he threw the wreath and said without the wreath we won't be able to open the door.
I think he was talking about more. Oh, I thought he was saying we were trapped inside. So I thought he said that we couldn't go anywhere in the sense of like we couldn't leave a general area.
Scrooge, as you're looking, you see that there is a hook for a wreath. The wreath lays in the opposite end of the yard, and there is a rune now covering the door.
A rune is covering the door. Okay, let me see. How far away is that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Oh, it's 60 feet away from me exactly. And Scrooge runs all the way over to the reef.
Right.
And he'll stop there trying not to like draw attention to himself, but he has to do something, and that's where he'll end his turn.
Yeah, you can grab hold of the wreath if you need to in this moment.
I'll just take the reef and like
As
still
you
try and
hold it is you can feel the magic of it emanating into your hands here. And Jack, it's your turn.
Let me hit you with this. Did the snowman get a turn recently? I feel like I might have missed
He
that.
had a legendary
He goes
action.
after me.
He goes between Carolina and Yule, so he goes at the top of the round.
So he got his action
Yes.
Yeah.
and
while I was sitting inside of it. Okay, so does
And
my
he also
stench
used-
go off is the idea? That's what I'm asking. Because I moved up close to him for the stench to go off.
Oh, got it. Yeah, you are noticing that this is a snowman. And
It doesn't have a nose. Okay. All right. I'm making sure. Okay, so with that, I guess I'm going to. Okay, may I see Zinzir down over there. Carolina is in there inside. I think, and Scrooge McGrinch over there with the wreath. I think what I'm going to try to do is, can I taunt the snowman? Can I taunt this fucking snowman? Be like, hey, you icy idiot! You're nothing but snow for brains. You hollow icy wind inside of your head. I want to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Of course you can.
Okay, I want to do that. And I'd like to take patient defense.
Awesome. You call this out. You don't even have to roll for this. As you shout over to the snowman kind of looks down at you, still on fire, and is like, "Who do you call ice for brains? I will pummel you into the ground." And is fully fixating on you.
Okay, I just wanted to say, you icy idiot. Can I? Okay, so I get to make it as a bonus action, so I still get to make an attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take the dodge action with patient defense. I'm going to move my ass back real fast. Like two. Oh yeah, I'll do 2 squares. That's pretty good.
You think that if you do that, it's gonna attack you with an attack of opportunity?
I got patient defense. That should be fine because it has disadvantage because I'm dodge.
It's already used its attack of opportunity.
On me.
You're right.
When do you remember when Jack did not want to come with me, and now he wants to come with me?
I got plans going. They come and go in my head like the icy wind. We got all right. So I see he doesn't get to make an opportunity attack. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some northern wind at his fucking hat. So I'm gonna try to aim for that.
Cool. All right. Okay. Oh, you're fully making an attack roll with the northern wind. All right. Make a check and try to knock this off. You have to strike a 16.
Okay, I got 20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
You now need to deal 10 damage to knock the hat off.
10 damage? You kidding me? All right. He's not still. I can't do 10 damage with my fucking wins. 6 damage total.
Damage. Okay.
And that's max.
The hat teeters, and anyone attempting to deal with it now has fully advantage on trying to knock it off its head. You watch your wind shove it, and it slides to the back of his head, and you see is the snowman goes, "Oh, wait a minute, I need that on my head." But I'm going to pummel you first. And then,
come and get it. I gotcha.
All right, Jack, you've backed up a little bit. The snowman continues to look. Carolina.
Yep. Can I swim up? Like I'm inside the snowman. Can I swim up through and then just punch the hat out from up above?
Yeah, it will be so hard. Make a strength check.
Yeah, I've got advantage. Screw you, Jake.
Carolina on fire?
Yeah. Is it a strength check, athletics? What is it?
This is fully athletics.
Okay.
This is dolphins swimming in a snow person.
Natural 2024.
Oh, come on! You swim up. You burst out of the snowman's head with the hat. Awesome. Oh my God. You are standing on top of the snow, on the snowman's head with the hat in hand. And as the hat leaves the snowman's head, you watch it. Wait, what's going on?
Can I rip the hat in half? Is that a thing with that? Can I just tear the hat in half?
You hear for a moment bells ringing in your mind, Carolina. Revelry is what you seek. You recall the last time you had revelry, you filled all the punch bowls with a laxative. And in this moment, Carolina, as you hold this hat, you have a choice. Do you go for revelry, to do what you feel is right and good, and you break this hat apart? Or do you wait and defer to others to see what they think about this decision?
I feel like if the snowman survives, it's gonna kill them. It is the morally correct thing to do to break this hat.
Okay. Yeah, you want to do that?
I'm gonna break the hat.
You watch as the hat shatters as Carolina rips it apart. The bells go quiet in your mind, and you see as the hat shatters, arcane magic flies around, swirling around you and your friends. And you can see as the snowman goes, I feel so weak. I feel like I don't have the power anymore. Is this what getting older means? Shit, no! And you see as he's getting weaker and weaker, not in an ageist way. Don't look at me like that, Deanna. This is what happens when you lose some of your muscles. So
you just can't go to Narnia anymore. Just like
That's right.
Well,
Imagination
that's
is
not why
good.
they couldn't go to Narnia anymore, but we'll talk about that.
They stopped believing.
But
There you
Jesus,
go.
okay.
No, they stopped believing.
Anyway, so you see as the snowman is shrinking and the flames start to melt the snowman so fast. And you can see as the water is pouring out of the snowman as well. And you can hear the snowman going, I will be back one day. And then just fully a puddle of water.
Oh, the children know I'll be back again one day.
I'll be back again one day. And then you see as it crumples to the ground in water.
Yule is going to take their whole turn in action to pick up Zinzira by the scruff of their beautiful, well manicured back and just kind of in a frisbee-like motion, like toss them towards the priest.
I could have. Oh my god! I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying in midair so that they don't die on impact.
I will poltergeist catch their body before it lands on the ground.
Okay. You catch their body. You spare the dying. You are no longer dying, Zinzira. Awesome.
I'll go ahead and use Cure Wounds as well, and as I kind of get over them. And because I'm a Grave Cleric, you get a full Cure Wounds because that's how it works when you have 0 hit points. So you get 8 plus 3, so 11.
I will take it. Thank you.
Scourge.
And she sits back up again and she's like, I don't like being on the ground.
You did very well, Witch. It was a pleasure watching you work.
Thanks for this.
Oh, of course. I mean, I needed to survive so that I could heal you like this in a moment. I hope you understand that.
I have no idea what you're talking about. And she stands
Perfect.
up and just starts brushing her dress off. Oh, is it?
Those
I have a
ice
ring.
balls hit really hard, don't they? That heretic had a lot of power.
This is why we say stealthy. You don't have to break everything.
Yeah, but we could have taken it. We could have taken this guy, and then I'm kicking the water on the ground and like splashing around. It was just a pushover. We could have taken it.
Did anyone else hear bells ringing?
Yeah,
For a moment, but they stopped.
I frankly
sure
do
it
not
was
know what
nothing.
is going on.
I'm going to put this on the door now.
Should we take a moment to recuperate first?
Carolina.
That
you
sounds
stand
great.
there. Scrooge, you are putting the wreath onto the door. Carolina, you stand there. The arcane energies from this hat that you've torn asunder swirl, and you get your next choice. You feel that these choices have consequences. You've made one already. And in this borrowed time that you have, you don't know how many you are going to make. Though you recall your past a little bit. When you made your first choice, you now stand in the present and you have a second choice. You feel that these arcane energies swirl around your hands. Do you wish to claim them for yourself or to share them to others?
I feel like he'll definitely more castery. I'm going to look towards the cleric and go, this seems like it may be beneficial, my friend.
Ah, magic from the magic hat. Interesting.
Perhaps you'll be able to put it to more holy purpose?
Aye, that is the only true calling of a cleric like me.
My camera does not like me today. I'm going to quickly try and fix
Yeah.
that.
Jake, is there
Yeah.
a carrot on the ground?
The carrot has entirely burned up. The opportunity in that moment had faded.
Scrooge McGrinch noticeably looks just like defeated, even though we won.
And you didn't get hit?
Yeah,
Just
he
over there
still looks
moping.
defeated.
Yeah, I am very hurt right now.
Carolina, so this is a choice, Carolina. Do you give it to everyone or yourself? You cannot just give it to one other person.
Oh, well, I mean, I kind of feel like the others are a little bit more magically inclined than she is. So, to the others.
You hear the bells ringing again as you in the present have made your decision. You see as the energy spreads out and all of you heal 10 life and you
Ooh.
all gain a permanent +1 to your attack and damage.
Whoa! Can I get these as temp? Or
Yeah, you get 10. If you-
Quick question. I haven't gotten hit. Can I get my key points back?
Of course.
Hey.
there you go. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
I
take the
think
temp.
what we really want is the benefits of a short rest. Is that
Can
possible?
we take a short rest?
Sure. Okay.
Can I spend my hit die then, Jake? Is that allowed?
Yeah, of course. Get your short rests. You all get a short rest.
I think
thank
Warlock's
God.
also get a shit ton of stuff back on a short rest. This is a short rest hat.
As you take your short rests, let's take a momentary 5-minute break.
Beautiful.
As the wreath sits upon the door. We'll be back in 5 minutes, gang, as the wreath hangs on the hook, the runes fizzle, and the door opens, and you hear, I still have plenty of time and plenty of wards against you all. I will ruin Christmas. And with that, we'll go to a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. We do.
Happy New Year!
Guys. Happy New Year! So,
Hey,
Real.
as the
Merry
door
Yule.
swings open and you and your group stand, having been able to be renewed with the powers of a short rest from the hat of the snowman, the frost-covered hat, you find as you look into the house, you can hear the voice of Elias going, I have more seals! You will not stop me from ruining Christmas! And
Listen, Elias, I respect your work. You are a working professional trying to do and ruin Christmas. We're only here because you've pissed off some other ghosts, okay? All we're asking is that you bring down whatever you got set up so that we can potentially let you guys have the battle of the century.
You think I'll let you convince me to let the holiday spirit into my home? Into my heart?
No,
Never!
not into your heart, but just maybe this will be your chance to destroy them once and for all. From one Scrooge to another.
Make a persuasion check.
That was good. That was pretty good.
Let's see what we get. Although I've been rolling like garbage, so
This is your
a
time.
19. I have +0.
I'd like to guidance that.
That was a nat 19.
Got a guidance before he
Buddy.
goes, bro.
I'd like to help. Can I assist?
You're right.
It's like, you rolled really good. We can make this better.
I didn't even think about it. I'm not used to having guidance anymore.
Guidance is so good, bro.
One Scrooge to another.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to think about it.
I don't want to ruin the one shot, but let's not have any more snowmen.
He's like,
Yeah,
no, that's a great idea.
I hear that. So as you stand there, there's a moment where you all are deciding whether or not you're going to pile onto this lie or not, right? That Christian has proposed. But each of you in that moment internally did not know whether or not he's lying. And so you are deciding if you're joining the statement of, yes, we will help you catch the holiday spirits. And in that moment, after deciding that, you've let it fizzle, and it delayed so long that Matthias has decided to step on further, not adding the final part to this statement.
That
Some people just don't know how to do business, Mr. McGrinch. Let's go.
It's not very surprising.
As you stride,
The only business I deal in is the holy.
Yes. As you've
Give you holy business. Let's go.
as you stride into the house,
Tempt me not, wanton.
you hear Elias Craven shout down, "We could have had an allyship, but I see you've not followed up on it, and I don't believe you. You are all servants, and I get it. Humbug, hunt them down!" And you hear somewhere in the house, hum, bug, hum, bug, with every creaking step.
Is Pass with the wit without trace still up? Is that how
No. No, she
Oh
lost
no, Matthias!
Is
Been like
no,
that.
it's
Take
very
it
used
down. You're
pronouns, though.
very
Huh?
I think
Sorry,
they-
I was asking what Yule's pronouns were. They?
Oh.
They,
Minor day, yeah.
no, there's no pass without trace because they lost it when they were attacked.
Got you.
Come on, Matthias. You just gave that big speech about how we could take this thing on.
I think we can, but I was assessing the options of how to do so.
I have a really good option.
Why are you going to go hide in
As
another
you
tree?
stand there,
I
you
would
can
like
make
to
your
hide.
way up the stairs, and you can see that there's a west wing and an east wing of this house. And you have three choices: either make your way upstairs where you could hear Elias's voice coming from, you could go to the left or to the right. And you can hear somewhere in the house thumping and the sound of hum, bug, hum, bug.
We don't know where it's coming from.
You don't.
I
Just
have a
loud.
legitimate question, and it is also an out of character question, but we might be able to address it in character. So we got the wards broken. What else are we supposed to be doing?
I think
Oh,
we
the
got
other
the one
ones.
broken on the door.
I think there are more wards inside.
Okay.
He's
We don't
got
actually have to fight anything unless it's in our way.
Entirely.
he's got some personal chambers that we probably got to get into where he's completing the ritual to destroy Christmas. How dare he?
This guy seems awfully rich. I'm sure he's got some booze lying around here somewhere. Let's go.
Let's go.
Cool.
Where are we going?
Where?
Left.
His voice came from up. Okay, left we go.
Carolina just saunters out to the left. It starts to
Seems
make
like
a way
we're going to the left, a righteous path.
right.
Actually, that's a leftist path.
Scrooge will pull Zanzira back a little bit. Just be like, I think that we think a lot of the same things. All I would say is you might want to hide a little better or try and stay a little bit farther back. If these people think that they could go kill this thing, let them kill it. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all on the same team, but we don't always have to go down together. If you hear what I'm saying.
I do hear what you're saying, and unfortunately, it looks like we've taken the rough path because if you show weakness to an opponent, you might as well give up. Well, I have some ranged attacks. We'll see what happens.
Good. I would have loved to have met you in life, Zanzira. I feel like we could have had so much fun.
We may yet get a chance. Just do just good enough.
Exactly.
As you stride down the hallway, you two lagging behind a little bit, the rest of you have a moment also to yourselves to kind of just march along.
Yeah, I'm definitely not in the front.
I'll be in the front.
Oh, it was very happily.
We're both in the front, me and Carolina.
Yeah, I'll be behind them a little bit, but I'm also percepting really hard
Nice.
to try and see if this humbug's gonna come crashing out of something.
Yeah. You are listening for the humbug. You are making your way along, trying to track where this thing is. I'll let you know if it starts to draw too close, and you'll
Okay.
kind of know where it's coming from. As you stride into this room, you can see that there's like a couple of doors here. Most of them look to be open and empty, servants' quarters of some kind. You can see that some of them are like parts of the kitchen, but then you see a room and you can see that its door is slightly cracked open, and you look inside and you can see what appears to be just like the wafting stench of evergreen inside. As you get a little bit closer, you can just barely see through the crack in the door that this room looks to be filled with already decorated Christmas trees, likely those purchased from the homes and families of those individuals who had them within the city, now piled away within this room. In the center of this room, though, you see one Christmas tree entirely bare of decorations. And you can see that it looks to have a glowing rune underneath it.
Well, that appears to be rune number 2.
I vote we
Look
make
around
it look
for
awfully
enemies.
pretty.
Okay, can we dispel the rune? It's right here. Well, it can't be that hard to just dispel it.
Well, the last
Oh,
one
Mr. Frost, why
we
don't you
dispelled
go
by
for it?
redecorating. Right? We put the wreath back on the door.
Let's make
This
the
tree is
house look
there.
more Christmassy.
I will poltergeist a little bit of like one of the ornaments off of one of the decorated trees and just put it on that one, on the bare one.
It hangs onto the bare part of the tree. You can see as it wiggles a little bit, and then you see you hear it. Hey, get that out of there! And a little rat comes out from the central tree, runs up to the ornament, takes it, and throws it off the tree. And it shatters.
It doesn't shatter. I catch it with the poltergeist.
Hey, what are you doing there?
I'm gonna poltergeist the rat.
Oh! What's going on?
You're the one causing this heresy.
Hold up, Matthias. He's just a potential servant. Who knows? Let's chat with him. What is your name, dear rat?
I shall name myself Reginald.
Reginald.
Oh, good lord, no, he's back! The dark one!
Nice to meet you, Reginald. How long have you been here, Reginald? And what are you doing? Why don't you want us to decorate this fine tree?
I have been ordered to prevent all the decorations to be put on this tree. I have to protect this tree. Elias told me to.
Elias told you to. Does Elias let you live comfortably in this home?
Yes, I've been a servant of Elias's for 30 years.
Well, how would you like to be a servant for forever? To live for forever?
I mean, am I like living a good life?
Eternal youth, the celebrations, wine, cheese, the works.
I mean, it sounds good, but as long as you don't decorate that tree, I'm down. Yeah, give it over.
You cannot serve two masters, my dear Reginald.
Okay.
I'm going to create the faint smell of brie just outside of the door
Oh, damn.
using minor illusion.
Hold on, that smells really good.
Just
Okay.
past this door, dear Reginald.
Okay.
For a new life. For forever.
Wait, like
Could
seriously?
hardly believe it.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. I like those type of puns, and I don't like the punishment that I've experienced so far, being turned into a rat.
Punishment.
So
You have turned into a rat.
Oh, Reginald.
what? What was that?
What did you say, Jules?
Oh, you've not always been right.
No, I was like a person before this.
Disappointing, but
Why are you still loyal to someone that turned you into a rat?
He said I'd have eternal life and a good thing. So,
as a rat,
yeah.
Is it a good thing to be a rat? You enjoying yourself?
you have a generally better quality of life as a rat. Food is much larger now, I suppose.
I mean, it does stretch the food a little bit, but no. He said if I stop this as a rat for this day, then he'll bring me back as a person with more power and more strength and unlimited.
You
riches.
really believe him?
Yeah.
Well,
He
what I
stole
would say,
literally
Reginald-
everyone's presents
Reginald.
to make
the
their
thing-
lives worse.
The best thing that I can say is you unintentionally agreed to be in a war between the spirits and Elias. And you've aligned yourself with Elias.
The losing side.
No. Not
Yes. But we can help you if you
you
can
had
help
some-
us.
Has anyone else here ever turned into like an animal?
I believe so, yes.
One of our dear
You're a
friends
person.
here, yes.
Where do you want to know?
I'm relatively new. I've been it's only been a couple hours for me.
Just going to cut you off. My experiences have been very different from yours on pretty much every level. What are you looking for here?
What if I stay a rat forever?
Probably pretty okay.
Oh,
Until a cat comes into the house when he buys a new pet, and then
No,
he's looking for
but
some.
it is, you ever been called, what's your name?
Reginald.
Reginald. You ever been cold?
Yes.
You ever been hungry?
Yes.
Right. Well, now you are very small, and you live in the house of a man who makes hundreds upon hundreds of people cold and hungry and alone every day. Do you think you are different than this man? Than these people that he sends out into the street?
Really putting up a harsh mirror here in front of me for a moment. This is getting pretty brutal.
No, it's just I want to know if you think you're special, little rat.
You know what? I don't really want to look into this mirror any longer. I'm just gonna go because this line of questioning is freaking me out a little bit.
Reginald,
I don't want the
Reginald,
answer to be anything but yes, and so I'm just gonna get out of here.
How about this, Reggie? You just stick with me. My name is Scrooge McGrinch. You just get to observe and hang out with me. You don't have to answer any more questions. But at the very least, you can see what we can do. And the happiness and things that you can bring to the world. By just simply observing. You don't have to choose a side. Because if you run off into this house alone, I can't promise what other spirits might show up and think differently about the pact that you made with Dear Lies upstairs. But stick with us. How does that sound?
Sounds nice. Sounds
Awesome.
more interesting than what I've been doing, which is nothing for the last couple of hours. Until
Awesome.
that ornament floated.
Were you changed into a rat a couple of hours ago? What is
Yeah.
going on with you?
All
What?
I will say, dear Reginald, is again, you don't have to answer any more questions if you don't feel like it. It's your choice. All I ask in return is if you could keep an ear out for the Scrooge or the humbug or whatever it is that
The
might be
humbug.
coming. Yes, it's crazy. He's looking for things. He might be looking for you. You just let us know if you hear him, okay?
Speaking of that, what is that beast? It sounds like what does it do?
Bug. Bug.
It clearly is very talkative.
It's a monster. It's terrible. Don't let it get to you.
Okie dokie. So keep
It's
an ear
like a
out for it.
giant beetle of some kind.
Oh, it's a literal bug.
Yes, it's a humbug. Yes.
Huh.
Very clever wordplay.
Well, why don't you sit right here, and I'll see if Matthias will let him put to my shoulder, and you just let me know if you hear anything.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have been like just holding him this whole time.
Yeah. All right, put me on there. I'll just watch.
Awesome.
If that person, if that person, and Reginald points at you, it says, "You really freaked me out with the whole 'Are you special' thing?" Because I could kind of see where the line of conversation was going, and I did not like it, and I am kind
You
of freaked
think
out.
he's going to care for you in the way that he's never cared for anyone else?
Listen, I just really don't like that all of the rhetorical questions you're asking me all end with no's in my mind, and I am realizing something
Hey,
dark.
Reggie, you don't need to do that. Just sit, relax, and enjoy what we're
I'm
going to be
writing.
doing.
I'm writing this out.
Awesome.
I'm out.
And I'm slowly decorating the
Yeah, I'm just not
bear
decorating the tree.
with the poltergeist ability.
Brad, you guys slowly start decorating Christmas?
I always
I
thought
gotta
these were
look-
rather flashy, but you know.
Well, I gotta. So it's a bell in my pocket, and I just kind of like put it on the tree. Yeah, I gotta wear one of those. Couldn't hurt to give from one's heart, you know.
Yeah, that's why you're doing it.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it.
You place the bell upon the tree, and it begins to ring and ring and ring as it sits upon the tree. It does not vanish, but continues to ring.
I poltergeist it off the tree and give it back to Jack Frost. Hey, buddy, maybe we don't want to make too much noise yet because the humbug might hear. And
Yeah, but we're trying to fight the humbug.
No, Jackie. If it helps, I think Marley might be a fucking idiot. So anything you try is going to work.
Someone give me some of these ornaments.
Okay. So I won't give up my heart. Let me take my bell back and put it back in my pocket.
here, use this one instead. And I actually have a bell as a part of my adventuring gear. And I hand it to Jack Frosty. I'm like,
Oh shit! Let me.
a little less magical one.
A little less magical. A little less magical. Do I have a bell too? No, I don't. No.
It's part of my thieves.
I also have a bell if you want it.
Well,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong here, but most Christmas trees tend to have a religious significance. Our dear priest friend, maybe I'll top it.
Yeah,
Top.
top the tree, Matthias. Have you ever topped anything before?
That's a strange question you ask, friend.
I have topped a great many things.
Yes, I'd like to step ladder and
I'm just gonna pick
Yes.
what were we
Matthias
talking
up.
about again?
I'm just gonna-
Just tell us what you need and where you need it. We have the ability to move objects with our newfound powers.
Yeah, we
Just tell
can
us what you
do
want.
that. Yeah, what is there a good star in the room that I can? Oh,
I was
yes,
thinking
perfect.
maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna gesture expansively to Zenzira, who was
Impale Zanzera on the tree.
we do need you for later, so I'll just and he'll poltergeist one of the stars, the biggest and flashiest one probably, and move it and place it atop of the tree.
As you finish your decorations, do each of you put something on the tree?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I figured it out. I got a tinderbox of matches, and I'm gonna put
gonna
that.
light it on fire!
No, it jingles. It jingles. You can kind of hear the matches rattling around in there. Put that on the tree.
Jack Frost is like, I learned Yule's best, and I burned the thing. Awesome. You place all of your objects on the tree. The rune underneath the tree fizzles and fades away. And you feel the weight of this house lighten slightly.
Do you
It
feel that,
wasn't so
Reginald?
bad.
You know, I think that was the first time I decorated a tree since I was little, and my nanny and I would do it.
Yes, we used to do it at the orphanage with all the children.
Oh,
And we didn't have
one.
anything so fancy as all this.
I decorate a tree every year with my family.
Okay, yeah, really.
Yes, I did.
Well, that's so sweet.
Well, thank you.
And now we all got to do it together in death. Doesn't Christmas have a way of bringing people together?
How do you feel, Reggie? Do you feel lighter?
Yep.
Awesome.
I also had a visual representation I put in Zoom of me holding Reginald.
He's a big white rat, like
This-
You guys see as the rune fizzles away, and you all share this moment together, and then the wall explodes.
Wah! The humbug is here!
Oh, don't think it's a humbug.
Bud!
Oh, really?
Does it burst through the wall?
Fucking
Which
Christ.
side of the wall does it burst?
You see that it, like, basically, like, imagine like the tree sitting in the center. You guys are all standing in the doorway and you're looking at the tree. You're like, yeah. And from right behind the tree, you see this enormous looking beetle, black and white striped, surge through the wall and partially out of the ground, which is why you couldn't hear it very easily. At all is that it was burrowing along, and it just burst through the wall and goes, bug! And Reginald goes, run!
Comrades,
away!
This thing is huge as it comes shuffling towards all of you. Scrooge, you're already out of the room.
Yep, we're gone. I double dashed. I'm using action, bonus action, and cunning action So I'm me and
Scrooge is
Reggie are gone.
Totally gone. What's everyone else doing?
I'm going after him.
Yeah, Zanzira's leaving.
Scoop, I can take 2 people. If they feel they are slow, I can scoop 2.
I'm not the slowest, but I'm not the fastest. I'll take a ride. Sure.
I can slow a bug.
Okay, I'll get on if no one else does.
I'm Jack Frost. I run like the wind. I don't. You guys take the wolf. Let me chase the wind.
Run along the ceiling.
You're running along the ceiling?
That feels like a thing Jack Frost could do, yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. Why not?
No, not the walls.
I thought the wolf was
This is heresy. You're just like holding on.
If you let me step in the wind to run on the walls, let me do it.
Oh hell yeah! You're doing that thing where like you do the split legs along the wall. So you're.
Oh yeah, that's even better.
You all start shuffling along. Carolina, you're the last one. Are you fleeing or are you taking on the humbug?
Can I do the thing, you know, from the Avengers where I thought like Hulk turns around and just full on punches that big ass like weird flyy space lizard? I don't know how it was called. Can I do that and try to put it back in the ground?
Yeah, it's gonna be so hard.
Yeah, I'm down.
Wait. Carolina, wait.
What are you doing?
Carolina, run!
Basically, with the goal of kind of like trying to like, I feel like it's not really actually got the most maneuverability, like turning.
Yeah.
Basically, with the goal of like hitting it hard if it like re-angles it so that like they have a chance to run without it chasing in a straight line.
Okay, punch.
I'm gonna rage and I'm just gonna like try and pummel it into the ground.
Okay.
What would that be? What would I need to roll?
Just a straight attack.
Straight attack?
It's fine, everyone. We're already dead. Can't be more dead.
18.
18. You swing and your fist bounces straight off of this humbug.
Oh my god, Carolina,
Oh
run.
no. As I'm running, can I like throw one of my? I'm gonna throw an air bolt at it so that Carolina can get away. Hopefully,
Okay.
distracted for 1 second.
Yeah, you don't even make your attack roll. You shoot an air bolt at this. Carolina, you are standing in front of this thing. You have a choice here. Do you want to run or do you want to fight this?
I don't think I could actually fight it. I was more trying to like give it like a disorientating. Oh, what the shit! You like if you punch a shark on the nose.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
Okay.
Carolina, there's
How
booze
fast
to be
does it
found
look?
elsewhere in the house, I promise.
You start to sprint. This bug is shockingly quick because of how big it is. As you all are sprinting along, as you are running, the humbug is going to make one attack against Carolina, the back of the pack.
Question.
Yeah.
How big is this bug? And like, if I could see it was moving relatively quickly, before I run, I have a counter question.
It's huge and seems to not so much as like fast scuttle, but like as a big creature, just move far distances.
Okay, cool. Rather than running, counter question. Can I like bull ride this thing?
You can attempt to do so at next turn.
Cool. That's the next goal.
You are all sprinting, and Scrooge, you're at the beginning.
Yeah.
You are leading this pack as everyone is sort of trailing behind, running down the hallway here. As Scrooge, you look. Would you like to run up the stairs?
Nope.
Or would you like to try to run forward to the east or to the east?
Yeah, I'm gonna run up the stairs.
Scrooge
because
darts up the stairs.
Yeah. If it came from the ground, I mean, I can only imagine how much like it can come upstairs and things like that.
So Scrooge darts up the stairs. The rest of you see Scrooge running. Do you want to follow or go in a different direction?
No, I want to go upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
If anything, we can lead the bug to old Ebenezer up there.
Awesome. Carolina, you are running. You are the last of the pack. As you turn to get up the stairs, everyone else, you turn to look down at Carolina. As Carolina, what do you say to the crew?
I'm just gonna go run.
Awesome.
Don't, if they look back,
Grandfather
just
clocks, by the way.
What?
I'd like to poltergeist knock a grandfather clock over in its way as we're going.
Dang it! Gets hit by a
There are
grandfather.
like 7 or 8 grandfather clocks in this home.
Yeah, 100%. You guys keep toppling grandfather clocks and they keep smacking and hitting the humbug, and the humbug is just like bowling along, kind of like a little tank. Carolina, you turn, you look at the party, and I'm gonna give you a choice here, Carolina. And I've been the choice thing I see has not worked very well, but I think this one is going to be very clear.
Mm-hmm.
The humbug is catching up.
Mm-hmm.
At this moment, except for Scrooge, who's like unbelievably fast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a thief. I'm built for this.
Carolina, do you want to? You can see as its mouth opens, its gaping maw is going to hit you. If you want, you could.
I cast Sanctuary.
Find a line and throw yourself at this thing to slow it down and not let it catch your friends. Or do you want to just try to get away from it?
No.
Life is a party. I'm here for I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I'm gonna grab it by the mouth and try and hold it back.
Awesome. Right.
Like grapple it.
Yeah. Yeah. Roll a grapple check.
Sweet, I have advantage on this. 23.
23. Awesome. Okay. The rest of you race your way up the stairs and you see Carolina stop at the bottom, turn, and the bug swings, biting into Carolina as Carolina, you grab hold of it, grappling it. At the same time, you are holding the humbug back from catching up to the party, not letting it come in and attack the party in this moment. Carolina, it nat 20'd its attack on you.
Also, okay.
Did my Sanctuary do anything?
Wait. Grave clerics have an ability to negate nat 20s, don't they? Or do you have to be within a certain distance?
That's not something I have yet.
That's level 6 feature.
Okay, right.
You are Matthias in this instance, just because of how like Carolina did some stuff to this bug. You're up the stairs in this moment.
Okay.
And so
Damn.
unless you had cast it on Carolina.
I was gonna cast it on, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna make a check. Let's see. What's your DC?
It's a 13.
I beat it by a 14. I'm so sorry. Carolina, you take 45 points of damage.
What type?
Bludgeoning and then seven of that is thunder.
Okay, so 45. What's half of 40?
So reduced by 7.
It's 39, I think. Or no, 5 and
It's
then
23 plus the 7, so
38.
it's 30 total.
30 total.
30.
Yep. So 30 points of damage as you are holding this bug and fighting against it. And the rest of the party stands before the door of Elias Craven.
Are bells ringing in our ears?
Bells are ringing.
I would like to point out rage is a god tier ability.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going down there, but I do want to give Carolina like a little help if I can. And so my little help will literally be me pulling out my matchsticks and pulling out my last thing of oil. And then I'm tossing my matchsticks to Matthias. I'm going to throw the oil, but I'm not going to throw it. I'm just going to poltergeist it into its mouth.
Yeah.
That Carolina's holding open. I'm just going to give a little wink to Matthias.
You come up with good plans, friend. And he's going to poltergeist it, a flaming ball of matchsticks into his mouth as well.
As you do so, the lamp goes in. You throw this in. You'll, Jack, I almost called you Zach. Like your name is so close. And
It's close.
Zen, you are looking at the door, and you can see that there is a carving above the door here. There's an arcane rune on it, and you can see the writing of, "The best way to spread holiday cheer is to singing loud for all to hear." That was written by Deanna. So
That was written by Deanna? Okay.
Deanna added that.
Okay.
Nice.
You
So I
really,
will not be solving this door, is what that means.
Jack and Zen, is this all is occurring at the same time? What would you two like to do?
Zen, the best way to spread holiday cheer is sing up for all to hear. It says so right here. Zen, come on, we have to do it together. Carolina's gonna get eaten. I'm gonna
Slow motion. There's a lamp going into her mouth. See this monster, and Zen is just taking her time.
We have to sing.
we have to sing.
What do we have to sing?
We have to sing. You know the words. Come on. Everybody knows the word of the song.
You quite literally have a song named after yourself, sir. Why don't you sing that one?
I think that one. I mean, there's a little jerk frost, get lost, but that seems a little offensive to you.
Well, there's a little Jack Frost. Get lost, get lost. It doesn't matter. You just gotta be
We're
loud.
beginning to look a lot like
Christmas.
Oh,
All throughout.
oh.
Die, heretic!
They start singing.
Burn!
I wanna like blow some of my own air into my lungs. Go.
As you
And
are
then start
singing,
belting Christmas.
you are singing. You hear see as the rune is starting to fizzle on this door. As you hear "Die, heretic!" and then the explosion rock through the house as well as the song is blazing. Roll your explosive damage, Scrooge.
All right, that's 3d6, right?
Yep, 3d6.
All right. Explosive damage. 1, 2, 3. Roll.
I'm very narrowly still up. I've got like 3 hit points, guys.
That is a 14 explosion
14.
damage.
14
After
explosion.
about 1 or 2 songs, Zira had to resort to the only other Christmas song she knew, which was Santa Baby.
Oh my god! Of
And,
course.
Oh no.
Awesome.
CJ, can we get a full cover of Santa Baby from you? Live on stream.
Live on stream? I don't think anyone wants that.
You see the door fizzle, the explosion happen as the door opens up. Those of you at the top of the stairs can enter in, and you took how much damage, Carolina?
Oh, I took 30 overall. I'm on 3 hit points.
Even with the explosion?
Oh, how much did the explosion do?
14.
Oh, I'm down.
The rest of you watch Carolina vanish into the mouth of the
Oh my god! I am a zombie.
So you
Get
got
it, Carolina?
So is the damage over? So it's
19 con.
So you gotta get a 19 con.
because I had 3 hit points left, so that lowers it down to a 16,
So-
doesn't it?
I think it's the damage in general. It's not.
Yeah.
Jake, which one is
Yep,
it?
it's the damage in general.
Okay, I've got a 19. Well,
You've been rolling like nat 20s all night, so
But yeah, you got this, Des. You got
yeah,
this.
Oh, it's 15.
so
That's
it's 15.
close.
Can we sing Christmas songs to give disadvantage?
Advantage if we get that Santa Baby from CJ.
oh my god, the whole thing.
Not the
thing that I
whole
would
thing.
say
Nobody wants
is-
that.
Is it able to close its mouth after it just got exploded?
I will say, Yule, you have an opportunity here. You are the only one, while the other two are like singing their hearts out. You're.
So was you.
Oh, my apologies.
We all know dogs can't sing. Come on. Dude.
I can see some huskies who have. So,
God.
awesome.
I'll do it though. I'll sing the chorus.
I
Thank you, CJ. I love you, darling.
I will say that Carolina vanishes into the mouth of the humbug,
Does it? It can close its mouth after getting exploded?
feels its mouth,
Oof.
but the door to Scrooge's office is open.
Well, I tried. Scrooge.
I just got my apple crumble in my out.
We
Not a quick way to do this. She's gonna, or they're gonna drop out of wolf form for just a split second. Say, The only thing that I need to do is make sure those people never have to live in those fucking apartments again. The fire I made with their Christmas tree did not keep them warm, but you can. Alright, fucking shoot! And then she's gonna go back and fight that humbug and get Carolina back up.
Oh,
It's inside of it.
Yeah, they're gonna turn back into a dire wolf and pry open its mouth.
And I'm gonna grab the direwolf by the shoulders, and you're gonna go eating too.
Wow!
Tom, I'm gonna go through the door.
you go to the door.
I'm gonna whisper to Reginald. You see, this is so much more interesting than just being a rat guarding a tree.
You know, singing Christmas carols kind of feels weird when your friend's getting murdered.
I don't know what
Yeah, that's
we could do.
Okay,
All right.
Zen goes, I'm assuming through the door.
Mm-hmm.
And Matthias?
Are you committed to this, wolf friend? Then I will assist you as best I can.
Oh, no.
Split the party!
Three of you stride into the room, and then you and Matthias heroically go after the humbug.
Oh, I'm not going after it down there. I'm casting
You was on the
spells.
top of the stair!
Cool, yeah. The other three of you were cutting away from the fight with the humbug for a moment. The three of you stride in. As you walk into this room, you can see that it's dreadfully cold in here. You feel it just like horrible temperature. It chills you to the bone, even your undead bones.
That's right. The cold never bothered me anyway.
God, I loved it.
Much like England.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I wanted. You could
Do
see
you want to fight a humbug?
a cold, dark fireplace in this room. You can see bits of broken tree and decorations leaning in the corner. In the far distance, you can see that there are gift-wrapped boxes all piled up, you can assume, with names of small children and teenagers and adults who were purchased these gifts just yesterday or the week before for this Christmas. And in the center of the room, you see Elias Craven, this old-looking man who has this long white beard, his eyes wide. You can see that he looks to be like almost his skin entirely gray, and you can see icicles seeming to grow out of his beard and along his eyebrows and out of his fingers as he finishes scratching a rune in the base of the floor here. You see that Elias looks up and says, I believe you've broken the last of the seals. At least they can't get in except through. And you see he kind of glances for a second at the fireplace. I have everything else protected for the most part, though now they can try to enter. This is your final stop. Are you going to try to stop me with my rune here, or try to bring the spirits in?
If we, hey guys, if we break the rune, can we?
What
The spirits getting in?
Let me try to talk to him.
Okay, good plan. Get it.
He's carving his rune onto his desk, right?
Onto the floor.
Onto the floor. Okay. She's gonna come and stand like with one foot on the rune. She's not gonna put herself in the middle of the room because she has no idea what's going on. And she's like, I have a question for you, Mr. Craven. I'm genuinely curious. Why do you hate Christmas?
I hate Christmas. I was abandoned as a boy. Are you really letting me monologue right now?
Oh, it's definitely a
I mean-
question, isn't it?
Somebody, I mean, look, to go through the lengths that you've gone through, something must have happened. I mean, it must be a pretty big deal. Look, I'm terrible because my mother worked through every major holiday and only showed her love through gifts. So I only care about monetary things. Look, it's really simple. So what's your trauma, buddy?
I
serious. You went through a lot of trouble to make this happen.
I hate when you guys do stuff to me. Like them walking into the house and being like, hey, maybe we'll help you. I'm like, I don't know what the villain does. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting here like, I made a guy who's one-dimensional and a guy who's like, I hate Christmas.
We're playing this game Thursday. Oh, we're playing it today?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you guys, audience, you guys don't know that I had thought I had 2 more days to really think through who this Elias Craven character was going to be, and now all of a sudden I'm getting grilled about like his past history here. And all that's going through my mind is like, what really made him hate Christmas? I'm like, Elias looks at you and says, all I've ever wanted as a kid was to play with my sled. And it was taken from me. The sled that I wanted was taken. Like everything in Christmas, I never got what I needed. I was abandoned by my parents. I wanted that sled.
Well, Elias, the thing that I've found, it's funny that I found it in death, is you sometimes have more time to do the things that you would like to do. Anyway, so you're old. Just because you're old doesn't mean that you have the money to buy the sled that you might want. Heck, you could even build it yourself.
Yeah, I mean, this is brilliant. Call for help. Like, let's go sledding. What the hell?
Make a persuasion check.
Thank you, Jake. I'm a little sorry.
Can I expend my bell from beyond the grave to give them advantage?
The rest of you in the other parts of the room are just full. The other part of the hall are just fully like either unconscious, dying, being resurrected, fighting desperately, and these 3 are sitting in this room just chatting.
Hey, Jake, I have a +7.
Nice. All right.
5.
That's a 25.
You see Elias is like,
Sitting with my +2 to everything.
what? Even if I go sledding with you now, I've already done damage that's irreparable. Look at all that I have that I've stolen from the Christmas hearts and from the people of this city.
Just like you said, Elias, you still have time. You've been screaming that all night long. The night's not over. And look, you got some undead spirits who can lift, and I start to lift up whatever, like, Christmas tree or anything that's less than 150 pounds.
Zero does as
into
well,
the air.
just to lend to this.
You watch as Elias looks at both of these 2 people and goes, you there, boy,
Yes.
not you. And points to Jack and says, the other 2 have silver tongues. I am a businessman. I know this.
Yeah.
Speak truth to me. What does my future hold?
The future holds for you, Mr. Elias Craven, is if you keep going the path you're going, you will end up beaten to death by Jack Frosty, Scrooge McGrinch, and Zenzira. I forget your last name.
I don't have one.
And Zenzira, like Madonna, Zenzira.
It's a brand, okay?
But that is only a thing that might come to pass, not will come to pass. You have the option, Craven.
Don't forget Reginald.
Don't forget Reginald.
He's right here.
Don't forget Reginald, Craven.
Yeah, don't forget me. Meanwhile, we cut back. Fully, you have resurrected. You was brought back to like in some way, shape, or form. Like a couple of seconds have passed.
I'm doing chest compressions with my snout or something. Somehow, Palpatine returns, and we got Carolina back up.
Yeah, Carolina, you're back awake. And what's going on for you 3?
I poisoned this thing with my cantrip. I've been like doing my stuff to it, just like keeping it away.
Bad. Yeah.
And then I guess I'll give 1 more cure wounds to Carolina. And that'll be my last first level spell slot.
How many hit points am I on?
That'll be another full one because you had nothing. So
it's 8
11.
plus. Okay, so it's 11 hit points. Cool.
Each of you roll a d20 for me.
All right, sure.
1 second, let me just quickly do 11 new Then roll a d20.
Yeah, 13.
13?
I got a 9.
What am I rolling?
Just a d20.
Okay,
No modifiers, no nothing.
3.
Oh my god. Awesome. All right. Your battle out here, right? Because we don't need to go fully into initiative in this situation, right? You continue to battle. At one point in time, you're giving resuscitation to Carolina. Carolina, you wake back up. You get bitten. You wake back up again from Matthias's healing. You are just going through hell and back in this moment in time. As you three are fighting out here, you all three have a opportunity here where, like, you kind of backed yourselves up the stairs, slowly but surely, worked your way up. Do you want to stay out here and defend, or do you want to burst into the room?
No, but we're going to be going to the room.
We need to go.
Those two in. Like, we're all getting in the room. We're going to close the door behind us. Like, he's not going to attack his master.
Yep.
Cool. All right. You roll into the room, and you see as the humbug goes and sits outside. And as you all three roll into the room, you hear Jack finishing up saying, "That's not a future that has to happen. That will just pummel the shit out of you." And Elias is standing there like,
I mean, I try to make it sound good, but you know.
You sounded a lot better than that, but
I tried to quote the play as best I could.
yeah. You see as Elias is standing there, and Elias kind of looks around, and you guys all in this moment, even those of you who are just fighting and are kind of breathless, you see you have an opportunity. And I'm going to let any one of you seize this opportunity. This is a decision you would like to make about what do you do with Elias? Like, what's the next action you take? Elias is fully paused. He is strongly considering a potential painful future. He is strongly considering, like, why don't we just go sledding? But you can also tell that he's kind of nervous and he's scared about what happened here. And what's the action you take?
I think Scrooge McGrinch, at the very least, will close the door.
It's been closed.
Yeah, close the door. Put Reginald down on the ground, and he'll be like, "Listen, Elias, you might think that I have a silver tongue. And it is true, I did grow up with thieves. We stole a lot of things. Mostly, my specialty was carrots off of snowman noses. You might have heard of me. I died some time ago. I don't know how long it's been or what year we're in. But what I can say is, I have no intention of trying to kill you. That being said, I can hide, I can hit you, you can hit me. I'm undead, Elias. You can't make me any deader than I already am. I don't want to make you as dead as I am without at least achieving your ultimate dream. I got the glory of dying achieving my ultimate dream. They had a 3-story snowman, and I got to try and succeeded in some aspects of taking the carrot nose. Why die with unfinished business? Because what I can tell you is, whether I live or die later makes no difference to me, because I lived my life. Though it was not as long as I wish it could have been, it was full and plenty. Sounds like you still have some unfinished business, sir. Let's finish it tonight.
You've stated the message that you want to provide. There's still a continued pause as Elias is thinking about it. He backs up one step, sort of nervous.
Elias, you do not know me, but I have just come back to life after being eaten by your bug. We have fought snowmen. We have talked and befriended your elves, and they are currently down at the pub waiting to have a drink with me. You too can join us for that drink. Share a cup with a friend. Christmas is a time of revelry and forgiveness, where the past sins don't matter, because tomorrow is a new day, as we march ever onwards to a new year and a brighter future.
And it's because of people like Carolina that we can believe that. I mean, look at us. Every single one of us, presumably, we were brought here to help redeem you because we didn't get that redemption in life. realize that some of my past actions are the root of, bad feelings about things that happened to me in life. Instead of dealing with that, I just took it out on other people. That's what you're doing here, bud. You just took everybody's Christmas away because you didn't get your sled. Like, look, there's gonna be people that are angry at you, okay? That's how forgiveness works. But you get the joy of returning all of these things to all of those kids and making sure that none of those kids have the Christmas that you had. Sounds pretty neat, actually.
He looks the other three. He's wringing his hands.
The path to redemption will never be an easy one, but it is a righteous and just one. I've learned a lot tonight, and I think that maybe you could too.
Yes, back to Durger one last time. No more wild shapes left.
I would love it if you did that entirely in wolf.
Very difficult to talk. I fucked up. Okay, I lived most of my life in the woods out in the snow, yeah? Very nice place to live. Very quiet. Things make sense. Animals are not kind, but they are logical, you know? I come into town, I hear all the ringing of the bells, I hear all these things about, oh, live in society, you are taken care of, people take care of you, and I go there and what I see are, dogs, cats, in the snow, in the cold, hungry, freezing. Not only that, I see, humans, elves, dwarves, children, old people, adults in between. Hungry, cold, freezing. And then I see all these nice brightly lit shops with the windows and these banking offices and these fashion houses and these manors full of thieves and these cathedrals with their golden lights, the candles always lit. And I think, well, this is stupid. And I walk into the square and I see a giant tree all covered with paper mache and fancy new electric lights. And I go, well, this is stupid. When there are people that are cold and people that are hungry. I think, best way to warm things up is maybe to burn things down. It's not always the right choice to destroy everything just because you are angry. You are still alive. You can make the right choice. But you shouldn't have to listen to us to do it.
See, he steps forward, nodding his head back and forth. You can hear humbug near the door, outside the door, just sort of sitting there, you imagine, waiting. I mean, yeah, God, you're giving me a powerful message tonight. I really don't want to get beat up from you. You've broken so much of my stuff. And I've broken so much of other people.
Your humbug broke more than we did, to be fair.
It has a tendency to do that.
It's kind of a dangerous thing to keep in a house in the middle of a city.
It grew larger the more angrier I became. And so I think it's just a large humbug I hope to get rid of someday. Now, I suppose I'll let this be, but can you help me return the gifts?
I can carry a great many gifts.
Yeah, we offered, right?
I've got
Mr.
superpowers
McGrinch?
in death.
Yeah. We can return them faster than the wind. We can do this in one night if we wanted to.
You have
We
another
do
hat?
need a sleigh.
It's like a really big sled.
I have one of those. I've really never put it in my head that it's a really big sled. What a crazy statement, but I love it.
Well, let's go on a sled ride.
And we do have a big humbug to carry this lad.
And I think with all of our powers, I'm sure we can lift a humbug. It can't weigh too much.
It was really big.
Come on, Matthias. All you have to do is believe. It's Christmas.
I almost got eaten.
A lot of you guys can carry up to 150 pounds. This could suck and fly.
Not me, I'm 4 feet tall. I would like to be in the back having conversation with Elias about fixed rate rent and universal basic income.
I think this is a plan. Let me put on my hat and my coat, and we can go. You bundle together, and you walk out, and you go to the stables, where you find a sleigh waiting. You pile the trees and the gifts into it. And with your powers of poltergeisting, you strap the humbug to it. And in the most messed up Santa way, a massive beetle flies through the air with horrifying undead monsters and an old man who is throwing gifts into the chimneys as need be. Jack, you are helping deliver them quickly with your agile monkness. And you hear Elias going, I've never thought of fixed rates rent like that. I should make more low-income housing. You're right. What a great idea. Oh, my good. And you fully talk to him about economic systems, Yules, as you soar through the night. And at one point in time, Jack Frost, you dive down a chimney and you're dropping things off. And you are walking along and you see some cookies on the tray, right? Do you want to grab one of the cookies? You.
Oh, me? Okay.
Grab the cookie.
I did not hear I spaced out for a second. Yes,
You're doing the
absolutely.
Santa thing.
Yeah,
Absolutely, I grabbed one of the cookies.
You grab one of the cookies and you hear, why do you smell so bad? And a little boy is standing there with a cup of milk in his hands.
Oh.
Merry Christmas, kid.
You say Merry Christmas, the kid goes, Santa?
Yeah, it's Santa. Just don't look too close and grab my hood. Yeah, I'm Santa.
Say those words. You dart away from the kid. You go back up the chimney. You've left a good memory of how stinky Santa is.
He's working hard, man. Santa stinks. You don't know it, but
And as you soar through the night, you eventually turn the sleigh and start heading back to the cemetery. And Elias turns to you, Yules, and says, I think you've taught me so much this night. Could you call out something to the people of Lacambria?
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Move to the woods, talk to no one.
As those two lines are said, echoing across the city, you land at the cemetery, and you see the 3 ghosts.
Is that copyrighted? I don't know.
The holiday spirits say, we've been watching everything you've done. What a wonderfully chaotic mess.
That's a very fair assessment of what happened tonight.
Elias, are you ready to go through our teachings? Elias looks to all of you and says, as long as I don't die at the end of it, yep, I'm good. And that's kind of been the message of some of the people here. But others are saying that it's Christmas can be in my heart. And I can do this. And then maybe I can go sledding. And the holiday spirits are like, yes, of course. You see one of them take Elias and vanish. And you see the one with the green robe, with the matted red fur, turned all of you. Honestly thought you were going to be worse.
Thank you. That's the sweetest thing anyone said to me in a very long time.
Well, we all can be wrong, can't we?
If you would all like, I believe you will have passed. You may take the bells that you have and ring them to be returned to life.
Scrooge already
I told
used
you.
his.
I told you at the very beginning. That's all you had to do.
Was that all that?
That's really it?
You have one? You rang yours already?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. All right.
I'm gonna pull out mine, hand it to Scrooge.
Listen. Funny enough, I'm okay with being dead. Like I said, I've done everything that I needed to do. I pulled off the greatest heist that my people had ever seen. I'm sure I've gone down in McGrinch history. Besides, I probably wouldn't be able to understand what's going on in these past 25 years anyway.
I will raise a drink to you in the pub.
And I'll pull out my own fake bell. Let's ring one for Christmas.
You ring the bells. You hear them jingle. And each of them seems to echo through the night. And you feel renewed warmth within your cold bodies as you start to return to life. Having convinced somebody without beating the hell out of them to go through the Christmas trial and taking the beatings yourselves in a selfless act. And Scrooge, you ring your fake bell and stride down into the catacombs and return to rest.
I'm gonna miss him. He's good. But I think I have a few things to do.
There's always heresy that must be purged.
I'm ready to go back to the street, but they never change.
The ghost of the green cloak hears you, Matthias, and goes, "Wait, what did you say?"
Huh?
I left my massive fortune. I left 10% of it to my cat and I hid the rest. I think it's time I break it out and maybe start investing in
Affordable housing?
income housing. Yeah.
Well, I genuinely feel pretty okay about everything I did. I think turns out pretty well in the end. I'm probably going to return to Woods and never talk to any of you ever again. Is this okay?
Cheers.
Matthias will reach down and like clap your hand.
Very close.
We had a good fight,
Yeah.
and I'll remember it for all the time I have left on this earth.
How are you expecting it to be short?
Possibly. If there's more fights like that in the near future, who knows?
As you all stride off, either to go to the pub to go drinking, to invest your money in fixed income housing, or to run off into the woods, or finally to rest forever within the catacombs, or until you're called upon again. The scene fades, and we see the holiday spirit spreading across Lacambria as people celebrate and cheer the next morning to find their gifts and their trees returned by Elias Craven, who was better than his word and held Christmas in his heart. Though nobody really believed exactly what happened that evening, as he explained that 6 undead broke into his home, confronted him with moral lessons, though his servant, Reginald, will always remind him that it's tough to look in a dark mirror. As you all finish up our adventure this evening, thanks for coming and hanging out, gang.
Absolutely.
As we were kind of jokingly commentating, this adventure took a hard left turn as the party went, of course, in classic party fashion, and just was like, let's just moral the shit out of this.
Just chat to the guy.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. Is this not
It's Christmas spirit. Is this not how Christmas
Oh,
should
you
be
know.
solved?
This is not the Christmas Carol?
We did full on like bad Christmas theme movie yet.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Thanks for coming and hanging out.
I learned a very valuable lesson tonight, and I will never forget it. That's for damn sure.
What was the lesson?
Be good, and Christmas will come to you.
Look at that, everybody. And with that, we're closing. Like a classic Marvel movie. Next year, Christmas Eve, the words go across, and we see a hand burst from the tomb ringing a fake-looking bell.
Who's the Grinch?
It's the Greek.
And it says in block lettering, how the Grinch stole Christmas.
Oh no! Oh no!
Or a mean one.
All right, thanks everybody so much for coming and hanging out with us this evening. Happy Christmas. What is Friday? I cannot remember. It's
It's the night before Christmas Eve.
It's the
night before
23rd.
Christmas Eve. Right. All right.
Christmas Eve's Eve.
Christmas Eve.
There we go.
Double E.
Thanks so much,
guys.
Christmas Eve.
I hope to actually write this out and make this a more streamlined adventure. I really appreciate you guys running through it. For you as the audience, I hope to be able to release this out to give to people so that you guys can go run around and have a good time. This crew just went through like the most beta version test of this, so I'm really grateful for all of you and coming and stress testing a ton of fun things.
There was stress.
There was stress.
So
There were tests.
thanks so much.
You
And
take
have
30
a great
points.
evening. We will see you all next time. Come hang out on Mondays where Fate's End plays, or Wednesdays where Spelljammer plays, or perhaps one of our short rests that eventually happen where we play board games or maybe video games. It's a real good fun time. So come hang out.
Shoot, we
and
might
thank-
show my movie on a short rest.
Yeah, hell yeah!
Oh, shit.
Christmas plug about the movie. So thanks everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Happy holidays.
Yeah.
Bye.
We love you.
Happy holidays.